sessions together. Please come to the dark side and do it together with me. Believe me, I'm going to change. It's going to be so terrific. One injection and twice as wide. I keep the distance, but you still pin my leg. Tell me, buddy, do you recognize me? It's been a year on gear, it doesn't surprise me. Happy Pumpmas, I ripped the trend and sent it. Saying twice a week I meant it. Now I know what a fool you've been, but if you inject it now, you'd be my best friend. First Christmas I gave you my pump. At the very next gym you gave it away. This year I hopped on gear. The growth will be so special. Oh my son, I miss you so much. Please come back. Stop the crying. A crowded gym, people with focused eyes. I'm looking for you and your soul of rise. My lord, I thought you were someone to pump with me. I guess I'm afraid of natties. Natural brother with potential in his heart. A man acting like a CrossFit star. Ooh, now I found the real stuff. I'm always bigger than you. First Christmas I gave you my pump. At the very next gym you gave it away. This year I hopped on gear. The growth will be so special. Maybe next year I'm going to give you or somebody else some shrimp. You don't deserve it. I don't like you anymore. I do my own thing.
My life, I got it. Who knows for how long? It's Hey boys, how's it going? Fucking tired, boys. Alright, hold on. I need to move one thing at my desk. No, I clipped my mic. Oh, for fuck's sake. My desk is actually such a mess. Fucking hate Ireland's return scheme, man. Because it means I have to keep all these fucking cans and bottles. I would just throw them out, but I can't. I can, but the it actually adds up if you keep them. Anyway, whatever. Let me transition scenes. Alright. Well, yawn. Okay. What are we doing? We have how many reacts do we have here? Is it 3 or 4? 4. Okay, we have 4. And then we're playing a game. I haven't decided what we're playing though. It's in between 2. It depends on how long the reacts take. If they're really long, I'll play the the game. I imagine is going to be shorter, and if they're pretty short, we'll play the game. I think it's going to be longer. So let me change the source you're capturing from. This. And there is one thing I forgot to do. Because it's me, so naturally I forget something every stream. All right, there you go. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Cool, and you can hear it. Perfect. Okay, right. So, we'll do left to right, I suppose. So, hold on. The concerning rise of addictive drinks. You could say I'm somewhat educated in this subject. I'm somewhat knowledgeable.
Welcome back, you sacks of water. Really? Good old
Is that
Florida.
racist?
We drink it. We're 60% made from it. We literally can't
Hey,
survive
no, we're
until
not.
about
I'm
8 glasses a
60%
day
Monster
from a
Energy.
plant. No wonder why something with no smell, no flavor, tastes like angels dancing on your taste buds at 3 a.m. When we wake up,
Water tastes like
severely
shit.
dehydrated in Korea.
And I woke up severely dehydrated.
Is that
But
milk?
drinking the same thing every single day for 100 years gets a little boring. So we've spiced up the tediousness of staying hydrated with different potions and concoctions of flavors, fruit juices, Gatorade, pop, and dirty sodas. The more
Okay, fruit juice kind of goes hard though. I don't drink it often because there's so much sugar in it.
Diet Coke,
But
and flavored syrups start getting pulled out from the
I
cupboard.
understand.
You know, the entire cast from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives are about to get lit on a Tuesday afternoon.
Cheers, you gotta get yours.
Cheers, girls.
Maybe that's what we all need though. Energy. Raise your hand if you've forgotten what it's like not feeling constantly tired, no matter how much you sleep. Things
My hand is
aside,
raised.
We're not meant to work 5 days a week.
They don't have hand
Just
tracking, though.
2 days from another part-time
I'll
job.
get it soon,
Ever
someday.
thought about that? Government? Nothing is more stress-inducing than someone telling you you're having a hard time.
Actually, I was thinking of buying what is it, melatonin? Because I actually just can't sleep lately. The past like 4 weeks or so, I have not gotten a decent night of sleep, not once. So, and like nothing has changed. Like consumption wise, right? So I'm thinking of just biting the bullet for getting some I think it is melatonin, right?
My advice.
I'm gonna look this up so I'm not.
Get your 8 hours every night.
I looked up my phone.
You out, and most important of all, smile. With all these goddamn responsibilities, I wish I could just smile my bills away. But remember when managing your money was a simple task? In ye olden
Sponsorship?
times, everyone carried cash and had to physically track their spending habits.
Yeah, we had gold coins and shit. That's a flintlock pistol. Hey, yo.
Now that we've evolved to use technology, we've got so many options with our finances. Investing with apps, buying properties, 401ks.
Melatonin?
It's information overload. What good is it when we can barely keep track of all our banking accounts?
Yeah, melatonin is a sleep thing.
Control your finances by organizing them into one.
I only know it's called melatonin because of the clip of oh, what's her name? Hold on. Keeps video playing while I'm thinking. Yeah, viewer retention and all that.
Who's giving you
Billion.
50% off your first
I only know melatonin because he has a fucking Labubu in his background. I just noticed. Anyway, Fillion, when she was doing like fan openings, and there's a clip of her getting melatonin gummies, and she didn't know what they were, and she ate like 10 of them. It's the only reason I know what it's called.
In one place helps me stay on track without having to bounce around between 5 different apps. The less clutter on my phone, the easier it is for me to function. Like how I found some extra cash chilling in a random account, not doing much. All I had to do was move it over to a different account. Suddenly my savings rate instantly improved. I was already on my way to Optimization City after linking all my financial accounts, which only took minutes. It's a tool real professionals and experts actually love. Don't let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code ADVASION at monarchmoney.com in your browser to get half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code ADVASION. Thankfully, we've discovered the miracle of caffeinated drinks.
Monster! Everything else is fuck. Actually, no, C4 is pretty good. Rains are nice. I've never had a Rise. I've never had a Ghost either, actually. Ghost isn't really a thing in Ireland. At least the cans, the pre-workout powder is.
Your typical businessman, waking up at the crack of dawn, putting on their suit and tie, giving their wife a peck on the cheek as they take a single cup of black coffee to go. Not even taking a second to glance at the wacky-ass looking breakfast spread meant for a family of 10? Well, at least the garbage gets to eat something nice. In today's modern time, caffeine consumption is as normal as drinking water, with the way companies advertise caffeinated drinks as regular beverages anyone can have. We are so cooked. When even kids...
For me, unironically, if there was a caffeine-free Monster, I would just have that. it's going to sound like cope. I drink Monster because I actually like the taste of Monster. The caffeine is nice for maybe 1 or 2 cans, but when you're 4 or 5 cans deep, and you have to sit there like, should I drink a Monster because it tastes nice? Oh no, should I drink one? Because if I do, my heart might fucking explode, or I might not be able to sleep. If I understand why there isn't a caffeine, at least from my knowledge, there isn't a caffeine free one. I understand why, but I feel like that is something they should go into. Like making a caffeine-free white Monster would actually be cinema.
Equivalent of doing a little bump before reading Green Eggs and Ham. We've entered the
same.
age of liquid addictions without even realizing it.
These taste like shit. I've had these. Almost all C4s are really nice. I've had the Rehab green tea one. That's pretty nice. It's expensive though. It's like $3.50. You're okay. You're good. You're love of my life. You're good. You're a really strong second place. I don't drink Sugar Monster, so I don't know about these 5. 6 actually, sorry. And I can't quite make out what these 2 are.
If you find yourself dependent on caffeine and coffee and tea aren't doing it for you anymore, energy drinks might be your vice. Jam-packed with so many B vitamins, artificial flavors, and herbal stimulants. Down a couple of these, you'll get the heart pumping and your blood rushing. Out of your eyes, if you accidentally have more than 5. Widely available to everyone without...
What do you mean out of my eyes if I actually have more than 5? I'm fine. I'm alive.
Or a baby in their stomach. Energy drinks are meant to make you feel less tired, improve performance, and concentration. Basically a subgenre in the sports drink category. Thanks to capitalism and us switching over to X Games mode whenever something becomes trendy, we have an endless amount of choices when it comes to products. Looking at the drink selection at a gas station is like opening a portal to energy drink hell. Someone with a graphic design degree and Ed Hardy
Oh my god, it's such a good choice of music.
t-shirts is staying employed indefinitely. It's literally impossible to try every single energy drink out there during a regular person's lifetime. If you are able to,
Lies, I would do it.
expect it. Say hello to that hole in the middle of your chest though when your heart explodes.
Nuh-uh.
Marketing wise, just by looking at the cans, you can tell this is some hardcore which is a good thing. We know it's not catered to children. Even though they can legally buy it without parent supervision, there's still
In most places they can.
warnings on there telling you to limit yourself to only 3 cans per day. And
Wait, you're telling me I actually have to fucking read those?
name Monster. You think only Nicki Minaj can spit bars?
And what is witchcraft?
Oh my god.
Cross goes upside down. Bottoms up.
When the cross is upside down, it's a St. Peter's cross. It's not satanic. It literally, St. Peter got nailed. He got crucified upside down. He asked to be upside down because... Was it he didn't think he was good enough to be crucified upright like Jesus was or something like that? So he decided to go upside down. So no, an upside down cross isn't satanic. It's a St. Peter's cross.
And the devil laughs. Something to think about.
When you buy a monster, the devil laughs.
Reputation for high school teens that drank these.
Thanks, Facebook, Mom.
Delinquents, unruly hooligans who cause mischief. That's what I believed. Even though some of them were like that, trust me, I would know. Most of them were regular law-abiding citizens who were just tired. Energy drinks are by no means healthy, but they're not the worst thing you can drink. Heck, even I like a nice scoop of Gamer Subs from time to time. Just don't go overboard with the energy drinks.
No sponsor? Okay.
And you'll be fine. Okay, but
Gamer subs is something very specific to mention. So if I hear it, I'm at the point where I'm like, alright, give me the code. I should buy Gamer subs. I've never had it.
This day and age, never heard of it. With how addictive and easily accessible caffeine can be, it's way too easy to accidentally overdo it. The FDA estimates toxic effects, like seizures, can be observed with rapid consumption of around 1,200 milligrams of caffeine or less than half a teaspoon of pure caffeine.
What's the highest I've ever had in a day? I think it was 1 gram and 50 milligrams. I had heart palpitations. And I couldn't sleep for like an hour. Well, no, I went to sleep. I woke up like 3 hours later with heart palpitations. what I did was I just sat upright for about an hour, and I just drank. I don't know if I should have, but I drank like 2 liters of water to try and like dilute the caffeine in comparison to like the rest of my body, which it helped. After I finished like my second liter of water and I went to the bathroom maybe twice, then I was able to go to sleep and have palpitations anymore. I don't really get heart palpitations anymore.
Caffeine. Most popular brands have around.
But also, I do know I really like caffeine, like things with caffeine in them, so I'm doing more cardio. So my heart is more effective. Probably a terrible idea.
For some people, drinking 4 of these in one sitting is light work, especially if you're not a full-grown adult with critical thinking skills yet.
$19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
Cardiologist, yeah.
For a healthy teenager, the maximum daily limit of caffeine is 100 milligrams. For a healthy adult, it can be up to 400 milligrams,
Healthy. Who the fuck said anything about health?
but you may have side effects. You can see that these numbers will add up really quickly. 95 milligrams in a brewed cup of coffee, instant coffee at 82, Red Bull at 80, and then Monster energy drinks have even more than that.
Red Bull isn't 80. Red Bull is 80 per half. Red Bull's 160. Almost all energy drinks are 160 or 200. If it's 200, usually it says it's like a marketing point.
Some side effects of having too much caffeine can cause increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, can make you sweaty, can make you nauseous, and if you're really taking in too much, you might need to see a cardiologist for a type of heart monitor.
We are gonna have an organ shortage when everyone's pancreas, liver, and kidneys start crumbling apart. Surgeons are gonna have to start putting random.
Oh yeah, I would have died at like 30.
At the end of the day, it's really up to the parents to monitor what their kids are drinking as best as they can. Okay, but what about deceptive marketing that sneaks caffeine into everyday beverages that don't normally contain caffeine? This ain't any old 5-cent lemonade you buy from your neighbor's kid around the block. This is Panera Bread's Charged Lemonade.
Oh yeah, it's like 400 milligrams or something.
Lemons,
Yeah.
Sugar, water that gives you a big boost of energy using guarana extract and a whopping 390 milligrams of caffeine. Hey, if you're a student on a budget, instead of drinking 4 Red Bulls, down one of these bad boys, you'll be awake the entire night, vibrating like a rose toy.
No, you won't.
Oh, and no,
How bad are you-
This potent level of caffeine, and
How bad are your people's caffeine tolerance at 400 milligrams is enough to make you tweak?
anywhere on their website, all we saw was free refills, which means people might have been drinking close to like
I don't know though. Maybe it's different for me. Because I drink 3 to 4 liters of water a day, which is pretty average. But I also do a lot of exercise, so maybe it just doesn't affect me as much because I'm expending more energy. I don't know.
realizing it. We really only found out when 2 people with health conditions passed away from drinking too much charged lemonade because they weren't fully aware of the caffeine content.
A college student recently died after having a Panera lemonade. How is that even possible? Because this is a charged lemonade with 390 milligrams of caffeine.
With 98 grams of sugar? Okay, having caffeine and sugar together, if you're having that much caffeine, probably isn't a smart idea. Because they're just going to they're like multipliers on each other.
In this large cup, my friends, that's more caffeine than 4 cans of Red Bull.
Panera Bread workers even had to tell old ladies and pregnant women they were accidentally consuming more caffeine than the average 75-year-old or fetus should ever have. When free refills is your main marketing strategy, you know something fishy's going on. What? It's free. I'm going to London with Tiffany later. As much as we like to think we're above it, we're all susceptible to social media hype to a degree, especially when tons of marketing dollars are making its way into influencer and celebrity pockets who can sell out products with just a quick mention. Younger crowds like Gen Zs are the main demographic these companies like to target. Take Alani, for example, who has this image of a better for you brand. They sell healthy drinks, snacks, and supplements with trendy, fun-looking packaging.
Okay, yeah, no, I was going to say I will give them this. That is very nice packaging for your protein bars. Protein bar packaging is so shit. My favorite protein bars, maybe second favorite, grenades are my favorite. My second favorite are, they're called, I think, Bear Bells. They have the most dog shit packaging ever. It's so bad.
These energy drinks look like yummy cans of juice instead of something a trucker would down at a gas station right before his 12-hour shift. Based on looks alone, without reading any of the labels, Alani looks like it would be a healthy beverage.
No, it doesn't.
these look like they're meant to clear out pipe drains. The founder of Alani used to be a fitness influencer who built up a large following online. Her audience trusts her advice, and she knows exactly how the marketing game works. We saw just how unhinged people started to get when Alani released their newest energy drink called Witch's Brew. This drop has the same energy.
I have heard about Witch's Brew. Not much. I just heard its name a few times as like a piss take.
Witch's Brew had limited edition packaging, making it a collectible. Very limited stock, making it hard to find. And
What does it taste
influencer
like, though?
endorsements, making it go viral on the timeline. The perfect recipe for overconsumption content to thrive.
Nobody loves Alani more than me.
What the
I got a
fuck?
message last night saying Fred Meyer has
Wait,
Witch's Brew.
hold on.
So did I buy every single.
Can you fucking hold the camera still?
Damn right I did.
Yeah, no.
Y'all can be mad at me.
I'm trying to see if she's a nose piercing or not.
It's all coming out. Oh, perfect. Enter the number of.
$400. Even someone like me who drinks caffeine, anything caffeinated, like it's fucking water, this would last me like, what is it, 6 per? 12. This would last me a while. This would last me at least like 3 months.
Alani, if you want to sponsor me, 10 out of 10.
Why would she sponsor you? You're buying it. She has no reason to sponsor you.
They actually had it. Oh my gosh, look at my cart right now. So I have 2 packs of swirl, 4 cotton candy, 3 Witch's Brew, and a strawberry. I'm really restraining not buying all of this.
Why get
$30. It's a 6-pack. It's
or several cans to
It's
try
$5
per person,
a can.
You can buy a whole entire pallet's worth for yourself. Plumbers are going to be booked and busy when everyone's radioactive pee starts eating through the toilet bowls. FOMO marketing is a real strategy. Anytime a
Yeah,
limited
it's very
item
common.
is stocked, it is mass hysteria at the grocery store. Seeing a brawl or two take place between some overly caffeinated Karens isn't really a surprise anymore.
Just saw a fight over some Alani's, this Witch's Brew here at our local Walmart. I'm going to show you the only can that survived. This is the only can that survived.
Well,
Somehow the liquid got out of there.
Damn, witches brew crazy. Someone picked up this can, smacked someone in the head with it, put it back on the shelf, and took a different can from behind. Which is exactly what I would do. We're also forgetting the fact this is a caffeinated energy drink. Why are we letting middle schoolers drink enough cans?
The
to
Alani
open
door.
an Alani door in their room. Wouldn't be too surprising.
do you know how fucking annoying that would be if you open the door and it hits against the wall? Like, already hearing the handle go is annoying, but having like 15 different cans crumple. Aw.
Actually made out of 4 pallets.
I'll fucking tell you what though, it'll be better than any alarm.
And unless they're drinking half a can, which they probably aren't.
No
a
one-
can of Witch's
yeah,
Brew
no one does
is
that.
really the limit of what a teen should have in terms of caffeine per day.
How are people going to the hospital from drinking these? I opened this around 9:30, it's 3 p.m. and I'm only halfway done and I feel jittery from it. Well, I can tell from the look in your face you don't like the taste of it. So that's why.
Are people just in it for the hype, or are they addicted to having their bloodstreams be 50% caffeine at the ripe age of 12? Pair that with everyone frying their dopamine receptors with TikTok, you'll never guess the next drink that's going viral on this app. When we hear the word natural associated with something, we'll often think it's healthy, chemical-free, and made out
No.
of ingredients found in the soil.
That's not what I think of.
Namaste. Even though we've already debunked the
When I
fact
see natural, I think the same thing I think when I see organic. This means nothing. This is a nothing burger of a word.
that natural doesn't always mean good for you. Companies are able to slap this buzzword on anything without any.
I mean,
research.
technically speaking,
Anything
cocaine
that's
is natural, so,
this label is used. It was
you know.
the main way to describe this drink called Feel Free, a mood booster in a tiny blue bottle.
A
you
mood
can
boost?
find
I
at
mean,
your
to
local
be
gas
fair, when I drink a Monster Energy, I do feel a lot better as a human.
station.
My
Marketed
mood
as a
does get
natural
better.
Alternative to alcohol or energy drinks. This herbal health tonic claims to provide relaxation, productivity, and focus, as it went viral on TikTok after appearing on a wellness podcast. Wow, what's in it? People shared their positive experiences taking Feel Free. It made them energized, happy, more social.
Where's the hashtag
no need
sponsor?
for anxiety meds anymore when this blue miracle bottle cured it all.
During the first 6 months, I I really had zero issues with
But
it
then
because
on
I
the
felt
7th, I
like
grew a
an
third arm.
alternative. It made me feel more social, more energized, more productive, but I would typically only take them during social events. I could go weeks at a time without having one.
That's really cool. So what ingredients does it use? They even had reps at gas stations, handing out free samples you can try as long as you're over the age of 21. Aw, that's so sweet.
Oh.
What the is in this thing? Feel Free was launched by Botanic Tonics in 2020. It contains kava root, which is touted for its relaxing effects, and kratom, a plant native to Southeast Asia that's known for its stimulant and opioid-like effects.
Oh!
My 99-year-old grandpa just downed one of these. Should I get him to a hospital or is it Jover? What a pleasant surprise. Pop by a gas station to fill up your car, get an opioid addiction on the side for free.
To be fair, if you're on opioids, you probably will be more social.
This is not the same as being dependent on caffeine.
Technically
It's a whole
speaking,
other level. As more people
it's
started
not lying.
experiencing positive experiences, eventually they would start noticing themselves craving multiple bottles and would drink more than the daily recommended amount of 1 bottle a day. By the way, you're only supposed to have 1 serving at a time, which is half a bottle.
At this point, I started taking at least one a day, sometimes
That's
like
okay, yeah. That is a bit sus. I fucking hate it when companies do that. It's like in a can. Oh yeah, there's 2 servings in this can. It's like, why? Just make the can 1 serving. Why are you intentionally being like obtuse about this?
3 to 5 a day.
And then you realize it's to like avoid certain regulations and shit. It's just, you know.
And this is when I started to feel physical withdrawals when I wouldn't take them. So I would honestly like really chalk it up to allergies a lot of the times because I live in Texas. I get really bad allergies, and that's kind of what the physical withdrawals felt like, sort of flu-like symptoms. I would wake up feeling really irritated and feel like I needed to take one. So that is when the addiction started to kind of snowball a little bit more out of control.
In the most respectful way possible, a lot of people are dumb and wouldn't think twice about reading the instructions on how to drink a drink. Who would even think a beverage you can buy at a gas station would give you withdrawal symptoms after you stop drinking it? If you're selling a product that basically changes your brain chemistry and people are getting confused with the serving size, why not make bottles small?
Kava itself affects your GABA neurotransmitter. That's your anxiety. It is a very calming effect and suppresses it. Now, kratom itself bonds to opioid receptors, and it actually gives a state of euphoria depending on the strain. When you mix this both together, it can cause a lot of actually respiratory suppression.
Ooh,
Now, when you
my
mix it
favorite.
also, because of that
I hate
GABA and
breathing.
what it's doing to your
I'd love to stop
opioid
it.
receptors, it can put you in a state of psychosis. It can put you
Oh,
in
yeah.
dysmorphia.
Companies are playing the find the loophole game. How can we make an addicting product without looking like we're trying to get you hooked on our product?
How can we
It
sell
never
coke
gets
without letting you
because
know
it
it's coke?
advertises itself as a replacement for alcohol. The logic behind this business model is very sketchy, or they knew exactly what they were doing.
Oh, they
got
obviously
really
knew.
sick because they thought it was safe to drink long term. This TikToker was even hospitalized at one point. Botanic Tonics, the maker of Feel Free, agreed to pay $8.75 million to settle a 2023
That's probably
class
nothing. I
action
don't know how big of a
lawsuit that
company
claimed
they are,
it failed
but
to warn consumers about the risks of kratom and because it advertised the product as a safe replacement for alcohol. Once things start going viral on TikTok, you know the young impressionable teens are gonna want to try it out and probably film themselves doing it. What's a little messing yourself up for life for some clout? Technically, you can't buy Feel Free unless you're over the age of 21, but they will find a way to get it one way or another.
I just stopped for gas on my way home, and while I was there, I
Yes.
wanted a beverage. So
I wanted a
went to gas station.
beverage.
So as I'm walking in, I am approached by a child. I mean, this kid, he was maybe 14 years old, and he comes up to me and he says,
He asked you to get a vape.
"Hey, can you buy me some Feel Free?"
We're all one step away from becoming the
I mean, listen, teens have come up to me asking to buy them a vape, and then I had to tell them, like, 1, no. Sorry, not a vape, cigarettes. 1, no. 2, this is when I actually went outside, so I was like 16. But I've looked 21 or 22, depending on who you ask. I've looked 21 or 22 since I'm like 15. So I was like, listen, bro, I'm probably fucking younger than you. So no. And I don't have an ID, bro. I don't fucking carry ID.
But at the age of 16,
Fake or not.
parents, y'all gotta lock in before we end up with a generation that pumps caffeine and TikToks directly into their bloodstream. Anyways, anyone thirsty? Go get yourself a glass, fill it up with some delicious water, and bottoms up.
No.
the devil away. And it's free, just like tapping the like button. Use it as a way to let me know this video hydrated you. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
Ooh, try not to be dumb is going to be a very hard one to do. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to keep drinking Monster, brother. If I die, I die. I'll take it. Surprise, surprise. Another TikTok influencer was being annoying. Let's see. I'm going to take a guess. Young white woman. Damn it, middle-aged.
So, not to be like a boomer on Maine or anything right now, but I'm sort of getting tired of TikTok. I've had a bit of a love
I deleted it like 3 years ago.
the app ever since it became mainstream, and well, I think it's sort of gotten
Mainstream.
out of its infancy, and I think it's sort of silly when people are still like, oh, well, if you look at TikTok, if you watch TikTok, you're an idiot. I think it has sort of secured its reputation as a social media that the most arrogant and the most self-important people are gonna flock to. It's sort of like how hating on Reddit sounds silly, but hating on Redditors is not only fair most
It's also funny.
of the time, it's needed. I feel like that's
Yeah, Redditors need to be, like, I don't know what it is, but some Redditors have this massive superiority complex. You need to put them back in their place.
TikTok's at right now, and today is a great example of that. As a member of a notoriously annoying niche
Oh, she has the Karen cut. Oh, boys, this is going to be good. Oh, I love free content.
content creators, I have my opinions on my competitors. And when I say competitors, I mean those in the running for the title of the most insufferable kind of content creator.
I'd win.
Now, look,
No diff.
don't get me wrong, I realize that the average commentary YouTuber is generally not looked upon in the highest regard, but I feel like there is...
Everyone looks down on you. Technically, I'm a commentary YouTuber now. Everyone looks down on us, but fuck me, man. Who are they going to flock to first when something happens? The commentary YouTubers.
one other kind of influencer, one other
Unless
kind
it's
of
like something
content
very
creator that
specific.
just squeaks past us and takes the crown. And those are gym influencers. Now, I'm very purposefully here saying gym influencer and not gym content creator because
They're
I
two
feel
very
more
different
so
things.
than in any other niche. When it comes to like fitness and gym stuff, there is a huge gap between people who call themselves a gym content creator and a gym influencer.
Yeah, it's two
And I
very
feel
different
like
things.
The average self-identified gym influencer has got to be
Like, I would call Sam Steel like a gym content creator because he's just a nice, chill guy. You know, he's just doing his thing. And then someone like Togi would be a gym influencer. Like, he's just completely off his head telling you to do steroids and stuff. Actually, I don't know if he still does that. I know he's still on them, but I don't know if he's still telling teens to do them. And actively advocating for, like, alcohol consumption, gambling and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of gym influencers, but there's not a whole lot of gym content creators. But thankfully, most of the gym content creators are, like, the most popular gym, like, people. Just off the top of my head, Sam Sulek, Jeff Nippard, the Lukey MC, who's daddy? Noel Dazel. I would say Trend Twins are kind of content creators. Like, they're a fine line because they're over the top. Like, they're so over the top, but they do it like intentionally. Like, they know they're being like insane, and that's kind of their shtick. Also, they're just genuinely funny. C-Bum, David Lade, whenever he posts, he never fucking posts, but when he does. Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of.
The most insufferable people on the planet. If you go to the gym, it has genuinely turned into sort of an epidemic. Now look, don't get me wrong, as a content creator, I'm never gonna like hate on somebody for trying to find their way into content creation on social media, but you can't walk into any gym these days without seeing 15 tripods and a bunch of people who
There's tripods in my gym, but they're power lifters, so they don't care if you walk in the way. Like, they're chill about it. They don't fucking care.
Session in a public gym. The gym, more so than any other public space, I think.
Also, they don't do the thing where, like, they put the tripod halfway across the gym, so it's literally impossible to avoid it. Typically, in my gym, if there's a tripod up, it's very close to the actual lifter, so it's kind of hard to actually walk in front of it.
into like a mobile content house. It seems like no matter where you are, no matter what city you live in, no matter what state you live in, whether you go to a public gym like Planet Fitness or a hardcore private powerlifting
Fitness
gym,
is not a
there's
gym,
always gonna
man.
be somebody trying to make it big in your local gym. And if that's all they were trying to do, that's fine. But the problem is that most of these so-called gym influencers want to treat public spaces like a private recording
Why is
studio.
she doing the Jeff Nippard meme of like most optimal lat exercise?
This is a video of a TikToker who's recently gone viral for berating a woman for committing the heinous federal offense of being in the background of her shitty gym TikTok. And in truth,
Also, don't do this exercise, by the way. It's more or less worthless. You have so many better options.
gym influencer fashion after a lot of people have
I mean,
called
it
out for
feels
this,
good
doubled down and has
for like
remained
one
adamant that
set,
it's
and then
perfectly
it's
normal
just
to tell a person who's
weird.
working out in a public gym where they can and can't work out, and that anybody who says different is just a hater. This is not like a big thing or a big deal. I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't heard of this, because in the grand scheme, this lady is sort of a nobody in the world of influencers. She has like 1,500 followers, but I like making fun of stupid people on this channel, so you know what? Here we are. Let's not waste any more time.
Her name's Jennifer. Ooh. I just saw that from the Jennifer Pichon. This is so awkward.
So, is doing the world's silliest exercises like a prerequisite to being a shitty gym influencer like?
Yes. Yeah, they have to do something special, because it's like, you know, going up to a guy and saying, hey, you want a big chest? Okay. Do some fucking bench or dumbbell press, your choice. Do some dips, do some push-ups, and if you want, you can do some cable flies or something. It's like, you know, if you say something like that, that's super obvious that everyone knows. No one's going to care. But if you say, like, so if you want big pecs, what you want to do is you want to put your ankle into a blender, and then while your foot is being blended, you want to stand up, right? So the only foot you're on is the one in the blender, and then you got to stick one hand up a camel's ass, and then you grab a toddler with your right arm, and you start flinging them around like it's a baseball bat, and that's how you develop huge pecs. It's like you have to be, like, fucking stupid.
Like this? What are we doing? Dumbbell pullovers supersetted with weightless hip thrusts? That's gotta be a first. Just 3 straight sets of tomfoolery. Also, I really like...
Also, dumbbell pullovers are basically tomfoolery in of themselves. They can work, but again, it's a waste of time.
The stupid caption.
When you consider how many other options you have.
Bomb the content creator. What are these people expecting? Like, genuinely. Like, either build a home gym to make your content, or shut up. Like, do they think that having a person in the background of a public gym is...
Also, they're not
going to
photobombing. They're not in front of
I
you.
don't know why these gym influencers have set this standard for themselves. Can you imagine any other content creator doing that? Like an IRL streamer wanting nobody else on the street, or nobody else in a restaurant? Like, you're in a public space. What do you think it's taking away from the video?
Well, because they might look at her and not Jen over here. What do you think was the exertion on that? Maybe a 5?
It's truly
You're annoying me.
fascinating to me how big of a glimpse into somebody's life you can get from just being able to watch an interaction that probably accounts for what, like 0.0000001%
of their lifetime.
in the
Yeah.
grand scheme, this is nothing. It's a 1 minute long interaction, but it tells you so much about this person. It's incredible. Why are you standing there? You're annoying me. Can you imagine spending over 40
Your face.
years on
It's
this
ugly.
planet
It annoys
and
me.
still somehow thinking that is an appropriate thing to say to a random person in a public space? And it's one thing to just be willing to say that to a person, but to also record it and post it onto the internet thinking everyone's going to agree with you.
With you, yeah.
Insane work.
What is she doing?
I truly just cannot comprehend where these people get their gall. So not only are you proud to walk up to somebody and say, hey, why are you standing in my shitty TikTok? But once they move, which I think if I was in this position, I'd just camp out right here.
Also, my question as well is, what was her intention here? Right? Because obviously, okay, we all know she set it up with the intention of just starting an argument with someone. But hypothetically speaking, say she wasn't. What the fuck was she recording?
Have the audacity to tell them where to be. You want to dictate where everybody is in the gym, regardless of whether or not they're in your camera shots. You just want to be ruler of the world. What a child. The classic, I got in the last word, and also I was the loudest, so I won this interaction.
Oh, checkmate! I watch Hassan. I know how to win arguments.
I guess 40-year-olds can do it too. Now, it would be bad enough if this was the only video that this lady had ever uploaded, but as I'm sure you can guess, it's not. After that one went viral, she uploaded this one calling anybody who called her out for her childlike shitty behavior a hater. And honestly, I'm surprised that she was even able to focus on her chin-ups throughout this video because, I mean, the pavement and the trees in the background are rudely photobombing this TikTok. You'd think she would have had something to say about that.
Yeah, she would go pick a fight with a tree.
You know, once I realized that she thought this behavior was actually normal and acceptable, I was like, there's no way this is the only time this has ever happened. So I went down sort of a rabbit hole, and sure enough, there are multiple TikToks.
If they post it once, I guarantee you they've posted at least 10 other times.
On her account where similar things to the one that just went viral happen, and she has a similar reaction. There's this one where she's doing another goofy ass exercise. I don't even really know what this is supposed to be. I guess like
it's supposed to be a lat. If you've ever gotten on one knee, you're doing, I can't remember what it's called now. It's not lat pulls. It's like you're rowing, basically. You're rowing.
The world's least efficient and most complicated lat pull down, maybe. But this guy's just walking around.
Oh, actually, yeah, because
background, and for some reason she starts to call him Kevin Hart. Makes absolutely no sense. There's also this one where she's just swinging a plate around. You know, some real premium content, something that
this is some high quality chest training right here, yeah.
That definitely needs to be recorded. And some guy dare walks between her and her camera, and she gives him a face and a little hand gesture. And it's just like, who do you think you are? If this is like every other gym I've been to, I'm sure that she's got her phone set up like right on another bench press station. So she's not only taking up one bench to swing a fucking plate around her body, she's also taking up another one because her camera's right next to it, and she's gonna complain that somebody
what is she even trying to do here? Like loosen her shoulder, maybe?
Finally, there's this one where she gives the world's worst arguments as to like what's the proper etiquette when you see somebody recording in the gym.
Tell me who's wrong in this situation. Me for recording while I'm working out, or
before you even finish your sentence, it's you.
You for sitting there pretending not to watch me record myself working out.
Okie dokie. So not only does this lady believe that she should be able to tell anybody in the gym where to go,
but she also believes that everyone in the gym is just what?
While she's making sort of a small scene, having a whole fucking filming setup in the gym with her, that nobody should look her way, that they aren't allowed to acknowledge that she's recording. Do you want people to look at you and realize you're recording so they can walk around you and avoid being in your camera shot? Or do you want them to ignore you? You really can't have both.
Me, right? No, not me. I'm actually exercising. I'm working out. What are you doing? You're just sitting there.
We've seen your exercises. No, you're not.
Sitting there, watching me work out, fiddling with your phone, not exercising, but I should feel I'm the one who's wrong.
Yes.
I feel wrong about myself.
Yes.
I'm the problem.
I have developed a new technique in life that works 9 out of 10 times. If she is a blonde, she's in the wrong. I have yet to meet a blonde who is self-aware, a natural blonde. Admittedly, some people, I don't know why, they dye their hair blonde. They do become more stupid. I don't know. I think it's the color. Maybe it's something to dye. I don't know. But the second you're blonde, your IQ seems to drop by like 30 points. I don't know what happens.
You should have rehearsed this one a few times because you're not even really coherent. Also, berating people for being on their phone and not working out while
you're recording
in the gym. Are you being serious? Is self-awareness just a lost art? Anyways, that's all the TikToks I really care to look at from this lady. I would say that this is a really bad look, a really bad start for the beginning of your influencer career. But honestly, I don't know if that's accurate.
She's not going to have a career.
Self-importance and and arrogance is almost
There's
a requirement
tens of thousands of people like
to
this.
be an influencer these days. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? Like I said, this is not really like a big deal in the grand scheme. This lady
I'm getting my acoustic panels tomorrow. I can't wait.
hardly even an influencer. But to me,
It's gonna be so nice to set up.
call out this dog shit behavior, even if it's just a small.
Although I have
thing.
red and black
Because the more
ones,
people
he just
this
needs to
go
have solid
viral,
black.
The more desensitized we get to it, which leads to less people talking about it, less people saying, "Hey, don't do this," and eventually, people think it's cool to do. There will never come a day where you can walk into a public gym, set up a tripod, and start filming, and be the good guy if you get mad at somebody for being in the background. Jennifer, I hope.
Jennifer.
Up. Crazy thing for a person half your age to have to tell you, but you need to hear it. Are you going to take that to heart? Absolutely.
No, she's not.
Absolutely not. If you ever
She's a middle-aged blonde woman. I don't know what it is about them. They all seem to think that they're like the king of the earth. As someone with a blonde middle-aged mother, they all have this really weird superiority complex. I don't know why.
This in your mind, I'll just be a hater, but maybe one day you'll come around. So yeah.
Please subscribe. Is your outro 20 seconds long? It is. That's insane. I would admit though, it's kind of hype. Whoa. Yo. Ah, shit, it's over. Okay. Good outro. I like it. I like it a lot. You're very clever. Razer screws his customers, huh? Let's find out how. Oh, the Razer Blade. Okay, I am vaguely familiar with this.
Razer is having a lot of problems with its laptops, including some that are
It's the batteries, isn't it?
The problems include broken trackpads, unstable operating systems blighted with busted bloatware, Synapse software causing significant drops in frame rate, but also
I fucking despise forced software. They all like, if your software is good, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind the Logitech software because it's actually okay. But the Razer sucks, SteelSeries sucks, HyperX sucks. I have not used Corsairs, but I imagine it's not much better.
being required to get full performance. Customer support that tortures consumers by making them spend hours troubleshooting defective devices and more. While Asus remains the #1 complaint in our inbox in terms of companies, Razer is also pretty high up in that list. And we started digging into this back when we received a tip from laptop reviewer Just Josh a couple months ago.
Just Josh! Yo! Josh is saving the world as per usual. Fucking bow down to us, you peasants.
And we're going to be walking through those today from evidence all over the internet to try and understand what...
Why do you just have a disassembled graphics card on your table, by the way? What does this have to do with this? I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but why?
And more importantly, help inform people who might be considering a Razer purchase, especially a laptop, so you know what you're walking into. Before that, this video is brought to you by the Lianli Lanquil 2.1 to give it a unique cool 217 at the link in the
I hate this. I fucking... Hold on.
Learn more about the...
I hate this. I have no issue with seeing my PSU. There are some nice cases that let you see your PSU. But I don't want to see my fucking rat's nest of wires, okay? Now, admittedly, I'm like 99% sure because Lianli has some really high quality cases. They almost certainly accounted for that, and it's like there's a little tab. I think it's a tab. So I imagine you can just slide it off and replace it with like a solid black panel or something. Wait, is that the start button? What the fuck?
In the description below. So here's why
Can't, no way.
First of all, we've experienced some of these issues ourselves on this Razer laptop that I bought for work use a little while ago. This year, Razer launched its new Blade laptops, and those include the RTX 50 series GPUs, and they have a lot of problems. Some of these are on NVIDIA's side. A lot of them appear to be on Razer's side. But since we don't really review notebooks, they haven't really been on our radar.
Yeah, laptops really aren't
YouTube channel Just Josh Tech, however,
great,
discovered how problematic
generally speaking.
laptops can be. In Just Josh's review of the Razer Blade 16 recently, Josh complained about poor performance, stability issues, trackpad issues, issues pertaining to Razer's Synapse app, and more. He said this.
Oh my god, guys. Razers are consistently the buggiest...
Do people actually use laptop trackpads? Like, outside of, like, 40-year-old office workers who think that 5G causes cancer. Like, do people actually use them? Because almost everyone I know with a laptop just uses a mouse. They just plug in a mouse and use that. Hold on, I need to go take a piss. Here, I'll at least give you something to listen to. There you go. Hold on. Hold on. I got a notification saying that my parcel arrived, right? So I went down and I got it. It's my Breathe Divinity order. I've never bought from them before. So transition back. You will not see, I suppose. You will hear my live reaction to this. I said I would try them just because it's like the only big fitness clothing brand I haven't tried. The reviews seem to be really iffy though. Like half of them say, oh, it's like the best product ever, and the other half say it's shit. I know they have like 3.5 stars, but that's mainly because of shipping times. Like it takes forever. Like admittedly, I ordered this a month ago. But we'll see. I ordered a oversized zip up and I ordered a compression. I'm worried about the compression because my titties might be too big for it, but we will see. So, the zip up I'm not too worried about because it's like it's oversized zip up. Like it's gonna fit. I would actually be more surprised if it didn't. Okay, this is the zip up bag. I'll admit they're nice bags. Okay, immediately. It looks really good, but I'm noticing yeah. It feels like a graphic that's just stuck on that would come off after a few washes. So I do remember reading that was the main issue with quality. That the graphics would come off after you wash it a certain amount of times. Which you buy Breathe Divinity for the graphics as opposed to like I think, I don't know, admittedly this does actually feel quite nice. I'll see though. It has that fucking rancid factory smell though. Oh, that's not a jab breathability. Every clothes company on the planet has that. Oh, it smells like sad children in China. Alright, hold on. The zip is cool. It's a skeleton hand, but it's a fucking pain in the ass to use. Alright, I got it. Hold on. I have to move my chair so I can actually see my mirror. I have a very small room. My chair is in the way. I don't know what they did. Like, they put padding in it or something, but it makes my titties look even bigger. And I'm all for that. It also makes me look wider. Why did my phone just buzz? Is it 7 p.m.? Yeah, that's why. Okay. Fucking love the back of it though. The back of it is awesome. I like gothic clothing, as you would imagine. Buying fucking Breathe Divinity. I might buy more from them. I don't know. It's quite expensive, and they don't have a European branch, so I need to spend an extra like 20%, I think it is, on import fees. Yeah, I spent like 20% in import fees, so I kind of have to like get a big order for it to be worthwhile. I might put an order in next drop though, because next drop should be in a month, right? So I would have a month to kind of test. Because I am really worried about the graphic coming off. Because like I'm feeling my Young LA here, right? Like gothic Young LA. The coloring is like knitted into it. Well, not knitted, but it's sewn into it. While here, it's put on top of it. Like, if I just grab a corner here, let me see if I can pick it off. If I can pick it off, this will definitely come off in the wash. If I can't, there might be some hope. Okay, I can't pick it off. Yeah, I think this will literally just be a kind of have to test it. Okay, zip up. Zip up's good. I like. Now for the compression, which you'll see. The zip up isn't like as oversized as oversized usually means, which makes me think that this compression is going to be even smaller than most compressions. I have obnoxiously big lats. Like, for my general body composition, my body shape, I have quite a big back. Same with my pecs, so I don't know. It makes my arms look small, even though they're not. It's just, comparatively, my chest is a lot bigger than it should be. Because that's just where I'm genetically gifted. Built like a fucking gorilla, but without the arms. So I'm like, I don't know, an anorexic gorilla. Well, anorexic is not the right word to use, but either way. Actually, you know what? Size-wise, this isn't that much different from my Young LA one. It's not that much different. I'm going to cut the tag. I'm not going to go out of my way to return this, even if it doesn't fit. Just because I guarantee you I'd have to pay to return. Actually, you can't even cancel orders. I doubt they take returns. I think they do if the size is wrong. But, whatever. Where's the front? That's the back, so this is the front. Okay. Oh, factory. I could smell the tears of the Chinese kids who made this. Hold on. Is my chat even open? Because I haven't gotten a bot notification. Hold on. Okay, no, it does work. That was worrying. Oh. Compressions are always so fucking miserable to get into. Fuck me. Let me hold on. Okay, well, if I buy a compression in future, it's going to need to be large, I think. Just because. I have a dumbbell here somewhere. Let me grab it. Let me see. Yeah, shocker. It's tight around my back. I'll keep it on for a while. I'll see. Compressions can be kind of weird. It seems like every company kind of makes them in their own unique way. So, I'll keep it on for a while and see. It is kind of sick though, because the compression and the zip up are from the same drop, so they have the same kind of design, and I got them both in purple. Well, it's a black piece but with purple writing. So they match. They also match my tattoo. Why did I say it like that? My tattoo, not my tattoo. They match that. Anyway. Okay.
Laptops of any that I've tested, and this one, it is really bad. Overall, Razer needs to get their act together. This is completely unacceptable on a laptop at this price.
And for reference, that
they should. They probably won't. Because the thing is, when it comes to companies like Razer, they'll have more than enough glazer telling them that they're perfect, so they won't change anything.
laptop,
or there'll be people saying like, "Hey, make your product better," and then they don't do anything different, but they still buy the next drop anyway.
And from his tip that he sent us,
or Razer doesn't do anything different than the consumer buys the next drop.
Some time at some point to dig more into what's going on by just scouring all of the various forums to see which kind of complaints map and nest together. It's like either, depending on which side you're on, either the psychopath thing or the crime scene investigation thing, where you have the cork board and all the red strain, and except all of them just go to Razer. All of the red strain it goes straight to Razer. It's not really, doesn't really have a whole lot of different paths it takes. It's
The red string of fate
straight
leads
to
back
that
the
logo.
Razer.
So we come through the Razer subreddit, Razer's official forums, and
If
our
only
emails
Chris Chan
and
knew.
various laptop reviews on the web to see how prolific the Razer Blade issues are. We focused on the company's newer 50 series equipped notebooks, which released this year, and ended up coming across a litany of user-reported issues across a wide
good.
variety of areas. These issues primarily persist across Razer's terrible software, the Synapse app, the trackpad
app,
just
yeah,
breaking,
Synapse is
external
actually
display
horrible.
connectivity, performance, failure to wake from sleep, and crashing, and plenty more. But we're going to start with the trackpad because it seems to be one of the most prevalent and is, in theory, easiest to identify here. In a Reddit poll with 106 total votes, 41 users say their Razer Blade 2025
Trackpad
laptop had
issues, no issues,
Now, of this
other
poll,
issues.
24 users reported that their Blade 2020...
So we have basically 65, I'm just going to say it's 100 votes, 65% of people saying they have issues. That's
laptop had,
great.
quote, other issues. So not only is this a real issue, but it's one that we've even experienced with our one-of-one Razer laptop ever purchased. This is the first one I bought.
Oh, that's
might be
amazing.
the last one, other than for reviews. Now, diving into specific complaints, we found a mountain of identical issues with the trackpads. User FoldQuick6368 wrote on the Razer subreddit, quote, "My friend and I both got the new Razer 165090s and both had the same exact experience. For the first day, it worked flawlessly, but then within a day, weird issues started cropping up with the touchpad.
Within a
You'll
day.
get into intermittent states of being very sluggish, randomly clicking when you're trying to move it, and cutting in and out. It happened exactly the same way for both laptops. Updating drivers, windows, restarting, reformatting, etc. None of it fixed it. Changing precision touchpad sensitivity or click settings also did not do anything," end quote. Now, corroborating this, Reddit user Skin1337, which is an excellent number to use for a name, echoed the criticism and added, quote, "Just picked up the
Why?
2025 Blade 1650
Am I stupid?
last night, having the same exact issue.
That
It
number
worked
is
perfectly fine for a
familiar, but I
while,
can't
then
remember
suddenly
why.
The trackpad has a mind of its own, ignoring inputs, reacting sluggish to my tapping, and freezing altogether. Literally experiencing the issue right now as I'm typing this," end quote. And it keeps going. In the same thread, user Toponer127, it's just like being teleported back in time, I don't know, about 18 years at this point. I guess that's just what you get with the Razer laptop community. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be roasting the Razer buyers right now. They're having a hard time. I guess I'm also one of them. So anyway,
One of us.
127 added, quote, "I got the same issue."
The only
My
Razer
2025
products
Blade-
I have and still use are my my Black Shark version 2 Pros because they're wireless, so I use them for VR. That's it.
165080. I find sometimes
Which
I'm
means I
able
use them like twice a year.
to get out of the broken state by repeatedly trying to use physical clicks and two-finger taps on various parts of the touchpad. And quote, on Razer's forum, a user wrote about how the touchpad stops responding on Razer Blade 16 2025 notebook, and Reddit user PM me or table saws, and check your inbox, we've sent our table saws, wrote that the third time was the charm with the Blade 16. Quote, pre-ordered the new Blade 16, trackpad issue, returned for refund, bought another one, trackpad issue, returned for refund. Bought one last night, and if there was one tiny thing wrong with it, I was done with Razer for good. It's perfect, end quote. User The Zest wrote that his unit was replaced twice, both units with defects, making for 3 defects in a row before getting a retailer-issued refund. So going through this, we started scouring all the different user reports to try and see if anyone had done troubleshooting such as reinstalling drivers, trackpad or touchpad drivers especially, reformatting, anything like that, toggling on and off Synapse and other software to try and see if this is a software or
And
a
no
hardware
one
issue.
did it,
We found this
or
post
everyone
from
did
Reddit
it.
user Tesla V25, writing that driver updates, quote, do not fix the issue, end quote. But importantly, this user also added another key aspect to our report. Quote, Razer support is being really slow to respond and I can't get a hold of a solid answer, end quote. And that is going to come up more in our last section about their support. Now, there was another post we found from Reddit user, don't mention my name, please. Oh, wait. Is that the name I'm not supposed to mention, or is it or is there a different name that name's referencing? Anyway, don't mention my name, please, says that Razer is aware of the issue and said Razer is investigating it. 2 months later, on June 28th, Just Josh conducted a poll on the Razer subreddit to ask, quote, is your trackpad still broken? With 44 total votes, 10 voted that it's still broken, though they tried to contact support. 1 voted that it was broken without having contacted. 4 said their issues fixed, and 29 voted that they didn't have any to begin with. Now, for our part, we've done some basic troubleshooting on this older Blade laptop as well. That included reinstalling drivers, putting in a different SSD with a new OS, and also taking it apart to inspect the trackpad and then putting it back together, and the same issue persists. So at least for this one, We think it's a hardware level defect. And based on what we're reading online, it seems that this is true for a lot of these that we're reading about. Now, up next is Razer's software, which has been problematic for at least 10 years now. We last talked about Razer
basically
Synapse
since its inception, it hasn't worked.
We were still operating out of the house at that point. Razer Synapse has best been known for being bloatware, but it also claims to offer some functionality, like changing RGB lighting or modifying what your peripherals do, what the buttons do, things like that. On April 10th,
what are they called? Not macros.
noted that Synapse 4 caused a 50% degradation in FPS performance in the game Control on a
Bindable
2025
keys,
model
can't remember what
Razer
they're
Blade
called.
16. This laptop was equipped with an RTX 5090. He wrote, quote, "I noticed that whenever I tried to play Control on the new Razer Blade 16, my FPS would stutter and hitch like crazy. I tried to get to the bottom of the problem, but couldn't figure out what the cause was. I was blaming NVIDIA drivers, actually. Moreover, the problem I was experiencing wasn't present when using the controller. Only when moving the mouse would FPS just melt. I tried to find the cause, and it was Synapse. Having Synapse launched causes the GPU utilization to instantly go down upon any mouse movement.
Why?
Resulting in FPS
How?
loss. Closing Synapse gets rid of the bug, but you have to have Synapse launched, otherwise you are limited to 120 watts on the 5090 laptop GPU, end quote. To support this claim, he even embedded a video into the Reddit thread where he played Control without Synapse enabled and got frame rates hovering around the 50s, high 50s or so. With Razer Synapse open, however, performance would occasionally dip down into the low 30s. Now, we don't have a 5090 Razer laptop, but that last part about needing the software open, but also the software causing the problem, that is worth looking into. So we did find some reviews of this particular model,
why does it do
and
that?
those reviews corroborated the
Is
same
it just
thing,
poor
that they leave
coding?
the software open in order to
Has to
modify
be.
the performance presets. Razer eventually released a new vBIOS, but it didn't fix the issues. The Redditor provided an update stating, quote, "No change. Synapse still affects FPS on mouse movements in some games. Control, League of Legends, Dota 2, Phasmophobia, Ghost Watchers. Some games still freeze and crash, like Control and Monster Hunter Wilds," end quote. But again, just one user report's not enough. And we did look around, and we found a lot of people saying the same thing, and that is also not Synapse's only problem. Previously, Just Josh Tech posted on the Razer subreddit that the software caused double typing issues and gave examples of how it made him type hour with 2 R's and please with 2 P's.
I've
In
had that
his video
happen
review of
sometimes,
Blade,
yeah.
Josh stated, quote, "People have reported that there are some issues that cause Synapse to clash with your mouse
On
and hold
other
above a certain
laptops.
frequency," end quote. In a separate issue in another post, Reddit user Zane Callius's post corroborated
Or
some of
actually, now
the
I think
previous
about it, my old Razer keyboard used to do that. I used to have a Black Widow. Ultimate Pro? I don't fucking remember what they're called. Way back before they made, like, what version are they on? 5 or some shit? At the time, it was, like, the only Black Widow, like, Pro. There was only one version. And I would sometimes get double clicks. Admittedly, it wasn't rare, but it would happen sometimes. I don't use that keyboard anymore because I accidentally spilled a glass of water on it. And then, like 4 or 5 different keys stopped working completely. So now I have 2 different keyboards now.
user Ivan's feedback.
Actually, I have 3, but I only use 2. I have a Ducky 1-2 Mini with the silent cherry keys. That's my main keyboard. And I have an EpoMaker something Pro, fully customizable, which is my wireless keyboard.
Quote, "When Synapse 4 is running, it causes a lot
I
of games
use
to
it when
stutter,
I
most
use the
notably
EpoMaker
League of
when I'm
Legends,
using my
Cyberpunk 2077, and Marvel
under the desk
Rivals.
treadmill.
When I exit all Synapse apps, that fixes
But if
it,"
I'm
end
not,
quote.
if I'm sitting down,
Another
I'll use
user
the
reported some
Ducky.
strange Synapse behavior, saying that a Blade 16 with a 5080 can't use the keyboard functions to switch performance mode. The user identified that these only work with Synapse open and manually selecting a mode being the active window, saying, quote, "While using the shortcut key makes it appear active in Synapse, it doesn't actually apply the change," end quote. Another user responded to say how they had similar issues, also noting that manual fan curves are broken, performance
Great.
profile switching is broken,
Amazing.
and that Synapse has to be not only open, but again, the active window. And if those issues aren't strange enough, there are, of course, worse ones. Reddit user Zippy Apple wrote that Razer Synapse can't even detect his Razer laptop, and that all settings go back to factory defaults. UltrabookReview.com's review of the notebook echoed a lot of the complaints around Synapse that we found on Reddit.
Sorry,
This one threw
am I being fucking stupid? His Razer Blade, his Razer laptop, the Razer Synapse that needs to be on the laptop to make the laptop run properly, can't detect the laptop it's on. Are you what? Who?
View. The reviewer called Synapse, quote, buggy, end quote, noted double registration of key presses, matching what Josh saw, and referenced stuttering in games, like what the Reddit user saw. The reviewer wrote, quote, however, it's important to understand that you can't run the laptop at higher power without Synapse, as it needs it for the higher power profiles and settings. So even if you install a fresh Windows copy on your unit, you'd still have to install Synapse as well, end quote. Ultrabook Review also noted some of the performance issues that Synapse brought, highlighting dropped frames when Synapse is open and reinforcing user complaints that closing it resolves the issue, but eliminates other functionality of the laptop. Speaking of performance issues, while digging around, and basically what we were doing was trying to categorize what are the key problems here, one of the key problems that we were able to give its own category is abnormally poor performance on battery. It's normal for performance to be worse on battery, but this is like exceptional.
How long does battery last?
A particularly
It's that bad.
impressive way, and not a good
4
one.
hours, 5 hours?
So we dug up countless reports of this issue. They all seem to be related. This user said even web pages take forever to load on battery, noting that he updated all the drivers and performed a factory reset twice. Regardless of these attempts, he noted that, quote, it still performs worse than my 2024 Blade 16, end quote, which was equipped with 64 gigabytes of RAM, 4 terabytes of storage, and an RTX 4090 GPU. He concluded, quote, if I could, I would probably return for a refund. Be warned, end quote. This other user said that CPU single-core performance tanks on battery, calling it, quote, slower than almost any gaming laptop I've ever tested, end quote. Another user complained about the laptop's performance while running on battery, this time citing issues with streaming video and even just typing. The user said that even offline video playback is laggy. In a review on Crimson Tech of the 2025 version of the Razer Blade 16, which was equipped with a 5070 Ti in the review, the publication stated, quote, another big issue is performance on battery. The moment you unplug this thing, it becomes noticeably slower. The whole system suddenly just has random stuttering and basic stuff like
The whole point of a laptop is that you could like bring it around and that you don't need a socket in the wall, you know, for like your PSU. The whole idea is it's portable. And you're telling me the laptop doesn't fucking work when it's being ported?
starting Windows Explorer is now just slow. The Synapse app also becomes even less responsive, and stuff like function keys sometimes straight up just don't work, end quote. The publication also attempted a full reset and driver install like a lot of these users did, saying that none of these fixed it. Now it's normal, again, for performance to be lower on battery. That's just how they're supposed to work. It's to preserve battery life. But it shouldn't be so low that typing is laggy or that video playback is stuttery. So there's something worse going on here. And we also unearthed a ton of reports about external display functionality with the Blade laptops. So this is a new category. One user said a 5090 equipped Blade 16 would, quote, flicker on and off for games, end quote, when connected to an Odyssey OLED G9, showing a video to support this. Now, it's possible that the G9 has its own issues, so we look
Yeah, I
for
was
other
going to say
displays.
it could
This
be the
user
monitor.
had issues with the HDMI port not working.
Unlikely,
with another
but
complaining that HDMI
it
resulted
should be
in
kept in
issues
mind.
with refresh rates and inability to dock with both the laptop screen and the external display functional. The user noted that the monitor cable combo works fine for other laptops.
Okay, well-
Even more users noted issues between the IGP and the DGPU, which isn't unique to Razer, but adds fuel to the fire and the chaos. This went on in this thread, indicating clear issues with HDMI somewhere. But part of the challenge with display problems is that there is a lot more room for it to be other things. Between cables and just the monitors themselves, there are other factors at play where it may exit just the Razer laptop, but there's enough of these with enough different combinations of things. We think there's a problem somewhere in here. Now, in just Josh's review of the Razer Blade 16, Josh shared another external display-related issue. Here it is.
When plugging into an external display, the display is fuzzy. It appears like it's using the right resolution that's in Windows settings, but it's clearly not. You have to go and set it down to a different resolution and then back up to its correct one for it to register.
In addition to all of this, Razer's forums contain reports of artifacting with external displays on a 5080, and other users complaining of external displays causing the laptop to freeze, requiring removal of monitor configurations from the registry. Several posters in that thread noted issues with Samsung displays specifically, so it's possible that there's a
Could be an
specific
issue with
between
Samsung,
these two devices.
yeah.
But the bad news for Razer is that that's not the last category. We
Unlikely,
also saw
but
just a lot of crashing
should be kept
and
in mind.
booting issues just generally described. We tried to distill it down. One of the worst ones mentioned a 5080 equipped Blade 18, noting in-game crashes that led to the laptop becoming, quote, unusable, end quote. The user's description on
mean
Reddit
unusable?
sounds like the OS got corrupted on crash, which we've seen in the past on various devices.
Oh.
Other users noted BSODs, or blue screens of death, that could be a result of
Yeah, blue screens actually give me so much anxiety. I've blue screened maybe 10 times ever, and there's never an issue. Like, my PC boots up just fine, but anytime I see it, my heart drops.
anything, not necessarily Razer or NVIDIA driver crashes, which could be NVIDIA's fault, as they've had a lot of driver issues this year. Jared's Tech is another excellent laptop reviewer who's helped us find laptops in the past and has also discussed these issues. In his Razer Blade 16 with 5090 review, Jared's Tech said this.
I also need to note that I couldn't test our usual Red Dead Redemption 2 on this laptop, because it kept crashing in the same part of the test every single time, and this was a problem that Nvidia was able to replicate, so presumably it will be fixed at some point. We also had a few crashes in Control, but it was nowhere near as consistent.
Now, separately, one of the other common themes is just a general lack of quality control, and this also starts to involve NVIDIA. In The Verge's hands-on impressions of the Razer Blade 16, the reviewer said, quote, "My first review unit had noticeable hardware issues and was replaced by NVIDIA, which provided the blades for RTX 5090 testing. I've only had the replacement unit for a few days, and while it doesn't exhibit any of the same performance issues or buzzy speakers, it's had a couple of random blue screens of its own," end quote.
Okay.
And just to reiterate, that's two defective units happening when NVIDIA is controlling the sampling process personally. They know where it's going, and that
Yeah,
the purpose of it is
you know, they're kind of putting in extra effort to make sure they get a good, like, review, and even then it's still fucking up.
review, and they're still showing up defective twice. Back on Reddit, a user posted a list of issues with their 5070 Ti Razer Blade 16. We'll show that list on the screen. It's extensive, but the short version includes BSODs on day 3 of use, crashes, lagging, loading during restart and shutdown, inability to wake from sleep, underutilized GPU and overutilized CPU, and trackpad issues, among others. Now, a company can sell the most defective individual unit in the world, but as long as customer support can properly handle it, they might
doesn't
stick the
matter a
landing.
lot,
It really
yeah.
depends. I mean, Fractal and Arctic have set a good example over the years for this, but most companies don't, and that's why that list really hasn't gotten that much longer over the years. Razer is also plagued, unfortunately, with customer support issues. Reddit user CC13RE created a post on the Razer subreddit titled, quote, "Razer support just assumes you have hours and days to troubleshoot their brand new laptop. Do not buy 2025 Blade," end quote. And just me and you, CC13RE, just briefly, I get that frustration. I think a lot of us probably do. Most of us have been through some kind of experience where you're like, wait a minute, I'm not getting paid to troubleshoot this problem. Can you just like refund it for me? Give me a new one? In the post, he vents his frustration and lists blue screens of death, graphics errors, resets, among other issues, with Razer asking the user to troubleshoot everything personally. The user says, quote, "I told them to take it back, so they escalated my case. The first thing this new guy asked me to do is reinstall my fucking drivers. I have spent probably 10 hours total."
Brother. What the fuck? This might be incorrect, but most people who buy laptops, I'm assuming now, might be different because this is a gaming laptop, but anyway. They buy a laptop because they don't want to deal with the hassle of a PC. Or maybe they don't understand PCs super well, so they buy a laptop instead because laptops are perceived as less complicated. What if the person just doesn't fucking know how to install drivers? Like, your job is to fix their problem, but you're just giving them more problems.
Testing this piece of shit. Why the fuck do I have to do hours and hours of free labor on a $3,500 laptop? Just take it back and send me a new one. God damn, I hate Razer. Please someone convince me to just return it fully. I don't think they will be able to fix it or send me a new one, end quote. I just want to
Plus,
say,
if they sent you a new one, you'll probably have sailor
I
shoes.
really want this guy to be like my anger translator. I need him to write the scripts for me for some of the issues that we talk about, because this is just beautiful writing. I really enjoyed reading it. So hopefully, if you're out there, Reddit user, I hope you at least get some amusement out of the fact that your words have been read verbatim and we're not even going to censor it. It conveys the emotion better. Now, that user isn't alone. There are dozens of such reports just in the last month alone when looking across forums and Reddit. This user also complained of slow and, quote, sketchy, end quote, repair services as provided by Razer, all made worse by the fact that Razer only provides a 14-day return window. You'd be better off buying from a retailer with a 30-day window, which is more standard. One user recounted an instance where Razer refused to apply a teacher discount code to a purchase that was still within that 14-day return window. This led to the teacher returning the device for a $4,500 full refund and subsequent purchase from another vendor. Now, Razer has really dropped the ball here. Razer's entire brand is built on this idea of being high quality and better than the others, almost like this sort of snooty attitude about other brands. You can tell that when they were designing
and
this
shit
and announcing it,
posting
they
on
were
April
probably
Fools.
wearing black turtlenecks and had lights behind them to cast their shadows upon the audience, to quote Silicon Valley, like a giant looking over his own shoulder. That is the vibe you get from Razer. In addition to the gamer edgelord vibe of, I don't know, the Rome 2
three-headed
Total
snake.
War flag with the green snakes.
What,
I
the
just stopped
Skaven
to
flag?
look up that logo, and it looks like it may be based upon the Triskelion Snake Witch, which was originally discovered in a cemetery. So I'm sure there's other meanings too, but I like that one the most because that is probably...
You know, I never thought about it, but it kind of does look like a Skaven clan like emblem.
where most of these will be discovered. Now, the fact that Razer's laptop issues pertain to several different problems, like performance, trackpad, software, external displays, and more, paint a broad picture that Razer doesn't know what it's doing. The blade is only sharp enough to cut corners in its quality control and customer support. Now, the reason we're running this report is so we can better understand this, because we've seen a lot of these complaints, and this is kind of our first step these days. So we talked about this in our ASRock motherboard issue report a while ago, months ago, earlier this year, where this is the first step we normally take to understanding a problem so that we can then maybe try and chase something down and hopefully force some kind of concessions from the company or promises or whatever that they can then break later, but at least it's on record. In the very least, though, if we can't get that far because we don't really work with Razer, what we wanted to do is just compile stuff, get it together for you, and then if you're thinking about buying one of these laptops or you already have one, you're experiencing these problems, at least you know what to expect, or that it's not only happening to you. And unfortunately, it looks like Razer just has lots of problems right now with these Blade laptops. So anyway, that's it for our...
Yeah, I would give support the benefit of the doubt in the way that they have like a lot of requests coming in. So I'd be like, they're just overwhelmed. But that, along with the 14-day return window, it makes me think, tinfoil hat here, that we're no longer in incompetent territory and we're in just outright malicious territory. To where, like, they give you such a short period, people are experiencing issues within 3 to 5 days, right? So say you experience issues on day 5, you email support probably doesn't answer until day 7. And then they just sit there just telling you to do a bunch of bullshit that's not going to work, and it's like, oh, well, your 14 days are up, no returns for you, buddy. Go fuck yourself, kid.
Initial report and recap of the issues at hand for Razer. This also gives us an opportunity to ask you all to let us know about the problems you've had with Razer's components. So if we expand this and start doing some more first-party testing on our own beyond this specific device, the trackpad issues, we'll have more to work with.
The bloated battery epidemic
from the community, so we kind of know where.
I remember that video. Yes.
We go that route, but we'll wait and see. We know that some of the laptop reviewers are working on some content, and since that's kind of their area to focus on, they hopefully will get some stuff out there to really start digging. But if we need to get more heavily involved, then I'll go buy some Razer laptops, and I guess we'll do that and chase them down the way we did Asus. But for now, that's the report for you. Hopefully that is helpful. Razer, I mean, it's like every meme you would expect as an enthusiast, where they've always kind of had this reputation of like, wow, they sure
exist.
Really try hard.
They exist. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I guess for any company, really, right? Usually, if it advertises itself as like a gaming company, it's probably selling you mediocre equipment, but they're upcharging. So it might only be worth, to say it's a mouse, it might only be worth $100, but they're selling it to you for $150 because it has the word gamer on it. Just usually look for stuff that's not advertised as gamer. Maybe like enthusiast, like computer enthusiast, but not gamer stuff. Gamer stuff is notorious for being dog shit. Alright, I'm gonna hit BRB one more time because I need to go down. I need to go to the bathroom and I want to go downstairs and quickly get something to eat as I am a bit hungry. And since we had that side tangent. Oh wait, no, it's 7:30, not 8:30. Never mind. I was gonna say because of that side tangent with Breathe Divinity, I want a time for a game, but I should still do have time. I'll just give you some tones while I go get them to eat real quick. I got Greek yogurt with a bit of honey, and I sliced up an apple and put it into it. And to be honest, it's kind of fucking golden. It does put me over my 2,000 calories, puts me at like 22, but I'm going on a run, and my maintenance is like 27 or 28. So I'll just go on my treadmill. You know. The free-to-play game that's so expensive you can't afford to play it.
War Thunder trailer, there is
War
this part
Thunder.
where a guy is sitting on a chair pretending like he's flying a top-tier jet. This
Yeah.
is actually a reference to
That's
all
me when I do Fend.
the free-to-play users in this game. They just sit there, dreaming about playing advanced supersonic jets, knowing full well that they will never get there. So imagine you are a new player who just installed War Thunder.
Yeah, but bro, I got the code from like PewDiePie or some shit that gives me like, what is it, 50,000 Silver Lions or some shit?
The game you heard so much about.
Oh!
It's free to play, so you want to learn what kind of premium features there are in this game. Okay, so there's premium account, that's reasonable. There are also premium
A
vehicles,
battle pass, I'd imagine, as well.
but a lot of them are priced higher than brand new AAA games. That's a little bit suspicious, but you let it slide. And then you press the Forbidden Marketplace button. Huh, that's interesting.
Is it a player
Wonder
marketplace?
What the currency is. Oh, it's dollars. We're gonna have a serious problem here. War Thunder is a free-to-play game, but
Oh, is
don't
it
get
gacha?
twisted. In this case, the word free means you are free to waste your time trying to grind and fighting the economy, never actually getting anywhere. The
It has to be gacha for
experience
selling
is
items for
reminiscent of
$2,000.
Sisyphus and his boulder, although in this case it's a person with zero self-respect
A
trying
furry.
to convince themselves that pushing this boulder is a good use of their time. So instead, I wanted to talk about
Fucking
all the
hate
ways you can
furries.
spend
I
your
can't
money
say
in
that
War
actually,
Thunder.
that's half the
And
Twitch
trust
staff.
me, War Thunder has layers upon layers when it comes to its
I'm
monetization
weaker.
practices. And that's just the stuff that's currently in the game. At one point, they wanted to add premium consumable items, but the overwhelming community
Fuck
pushback
off.
made them reconsider. People weren't too happy to have things like premium engine oil in the game. Just $5 and you get 10%
Admittedly, that would be
extra
kind of funny.
horsepower
For
5
about 10
years.
seconds.
Yeah, no thanks. Either way, come with me and I will show you just how deep the premium rabbit hole goes in War Thunder. Let me
It has
start
to be
with the
gacha. There's no
only
way it's
item
anything
I
else.
consider to be worth purchasing in this game, premium account. You see, this game was designed to be played with premium account, so playing without it means
Like a lot of
actively
free
sabotaging
games,
your
yeah.
mental health and your free time. Oh, but I can already hear you typing, "Oh, Linica, but premium account is only temporary. Why would I ever buy it if I can get a permanent premium vehicle instead?" A fair point, which I unfortunately disagree with. You see, premium account is freedom. You can do whatever you want, play any vehicle you would like, and still get those juicy extra rewards. What you're getting for your money is comfort. It is temporary, sure, but so are we. It also goes on 50% discount during every single sale, so it is
Oh.
accessible and affordable by anyone. So, if you're a new player, I would recommend buying premium account on sale above all else. You will have
Okay.
a much better
I'm never
time
gonna play
and
the
still
game, but
having
sure, I'll take
freedom
your
to
advice.
play whatever you want. Now, premium vehicles, the root of many
Woo!
evils in War Thunder. People love them, people hate them, but the real question is, are they worth the money? After all, they are
No,
permanent.
I can almost
Once you buy
guarantee you
one, it
no.
will be at your side forever. Well, let's get into it. What is a premium? It's a vehicle that gets extra rewards, so it basically has a permanent premium account effect applied to it. But that's not
Okay.
the end of it. Premiums also circumvent certain game mechanics.
What the fuck do
To
you mean?
research
What?
something normally, you need to use a vehicle that is within one rank of the thing you're researching. For example, if you want to unlock the Saber, which is rank 5, you need to play
Okay.
vehicles of rank 4, 5, or 6. In this case, you get full rewards. However, if you use a rank 3 plane, the difference in rank is more than 1, so your research gets heavily penalized. This mechanic
Great, I
forces
love
you to
that.
constantly buy and use new vehicles of higher ranks if you want to progress. Now, what about the premiums? They still get a penalty for researching stuff that's higher in rank, but not lower, and this is very important. What this means is that you can buy a single rank 7 or 8 premium and use it to research the entire
I'm assuming 8
tech
is like the
tree.
highest rank
So
in the game.
you get an awesome jet instantly, and you can use it to unlock the entire tree, Now that sounds radical as hell, doesn't it? Especially to a brand new player who doesn't have any cool planes to play with. And yet, it is precisely new players who should stay as far away as possible from premiums. First of all, you have no idea what you're buying. Yeah, this Viggen looks awesome and has all kinds of missiles.
What
But
the
is it
fuck?
a good plane? It's impossible for
It
you
looks
to know
over the
because
top.
you have no idea how this game works. Alright, let's say you got lucky and bought a good plane that you actually like. Awesome. Now we enter the second problem. You are
Waste
forced
times.
to play this plane and this plane alone. After all, it gets increased rewards, and you spent $80 on it. Gotta make them count. Not
Fuck
only
me,
will you get
$80.
bored out of your mind after hundreds
Just
of
buy
games in the
fucking
same
Baldur's
vehicle,
Gate 3 or
it'll
something.
also cripple your learning process. See, when you play normally, you experience dozens of different planes, different play styles, and get better on average. However, when you only spam one plane, all you learn is how to play this
One
one
plane,
vehicle
yeah.
against the same enemies. That's it. There's barely any improvement to be had here. And then there's the final problem. Your shiny jet is not safe from Gaijin. You see, when you buy
What?
a premium, you make a gamble. You pray that this vehicle doesn't get nerfed into oblivion at some point down the line. And trust me,
Oh,
there have
right,
been many
yeah.
such cases. I even have one
Power
myself.
creep.
This J2M5 used to be one of my favorite planes to fly. But not
Except usually
only
power
did it
creep
get its
only
VR
just
increased,
perpetually
which I could
buffs
live
new
with,
items.
but they also nerfed its cannons into the ground. Currently, this plane is a piece of trash that I never use anymore. So, beware. Now, before we get to the marketplace, I have to talk about loot boxes. And of course,
Oh, I thought
we
some
don't have
gotcha.
a free-to-play game without loot boxes, am I right? Gaijin really outplayed every competitor by introducing not one, but two kinds of premium loot boxes into this game. Let's start with the boxes that came first, the Golden Eagle crates. They are honestly pretty straightforward. You
11
pay
days,
anywhere from
what?
$1 to $3 per box. You have a chance of getting a certain vehicle or a
Mhm.
consolation prize like Silver Lions. What's interesting is that the chances are stated right there, and they look horrible. Like, you realize that a
0.3,
0.3%
yeah.
chance to actually get the vehicle is absolutely terrible, right? There is no reason to buy these crates, ever. Also, Gaijin, why is it even possible to get the exact amount of Golden Eagles back from the crate? Like, why is this even an option?
Okay, that's kind of
Are
funny.
you trying to give us a second chance to reconsider and not spend Golden Eagles on it? Alright, thanks, I guess. Now, when it comes to these new
Oh, you
CS:GO
need
style loot
keys, yeah.
boxes, why don't I
Course.
just show you? Okay, for the purpose of this video, I bought 5 keys for 5 random boxes. Let's see what I get. This is my first time doing this. Oh, this feels like home. CS:GO.
Yeah, it is
Any
very
knives?
CSGO-esque.
Okay, well. So that's a camouflage, okay.
It's
That's
a
probably
skin,
worthless.
okay.
Let's go next. Okay, any knives? Maybe some kind of AK. Yeah. Maybe some kind of green camouflage. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, how about this? I don't think anyone uses this plane. Okay. Alright. Give us another one. Any knives this time? Maybe
Did
the
he
Roto
mute the
Climber?
volume, or is there actually
was
just
fun.
no sound?
Maybe the Karambit. Yes.
A Karambit,
Or
yeah.
maybe, oh yeah, that's like one of the worst premiums in the British tree. Yeah, that's probably gonna be very expensive,
Did you
okay?
just say the British tree?
Okay, yeah, I'm really hoping for like
Are you telling me each fucking country has its own tree
IS-7.
that you have to fully research?
Or yeah, maybe some green camouflage for a ship. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Like the worst tank in existence. Yeah, that's very good. All right, the final one. That's bound to be good. Am I right?
You'll get the thing.
Ooh, a ship camouflage. Maybe this tank. Oh yeah, it's almost there. It's just.
Oh, he won't win it.
Oh, almost there. You know, close. Almost there. Well, that's
Oh,
5
it's
keys,
French.
That's $12. I think that's a very good example of why you shouldn't gamble. What you just witnessed is what would happen to you if you were stupid like me. You buy $2.5 keys, you watch images flash
Great shot. Ooh, of course.
before your
Yeah.
eyes,
Why
and
not?
receive worthless skins that nobody wants. Forget about getting vehicles. The chance is far too low. So let's say you got something that you don't want. How do you sell it? Well, my friends, the time has come. Enter the forbidden marketplace, where content...
Is that $400 for a
If you
skin?
played games like Team Fortress 2, Dota 2, or CSGO, then you know exactly what this place is. For those who didn't, the marketplace is where you trade the items that you get by gambling or grinding events. The prices here are dictated purely by supply and demand. If something is rare or overpowered, then the price can be extreme.
Yeah.
The opposite is true as well. You buy things with Gaijin coins, which you get by selling your own stuff or buying them directly. One coin is $1, and of course, Gaijin takes a cut from every market.
I mean, you know what? I will give them that. At least it's a 1-to-1 and not like a 1-to-10 or a 1-to-1,000 or a 1-to-fucking 4.7291 or some shit.
Marketplace transaction. Now,
At least
if you
it's
played those Valve
really
games I
easy to
mentioned,
do the
then
math.
You know that those marketplaces can get pretty ridiculous with the prices. But at the end of the day, you can safely ignore them. Sure, you're not gonna have a Karambit or AVP Azimov factoring you, but who cares? You can still play the game just as well as anyone else. So you could make an argument that War Thunder Marketplace is the same. If you don't like it, just ignore it. But I cannot ignore it, because it's not just worthless cosmetics here. There are also vehicles, unique and fun vehicles that could have been in the game. What we have instead is a prison for content. Tanks and planes go to the marketplace and become inaccessible to the majority of this game's player base.
How is it possible every time he does it, he shows a new clip and I look at the chat, there's something amazing happening?
Who the hell is going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a singular vehicle that's not even a premium? The only positive thing that I can say about it is the fact that it allows people to grind events, sell their rewards, and then buy premium account or vehicles with the coins. But even then, those events require you to become a War Thunder slave, which isn't a great use of your time. But hey, let's say you do have the coins to spare. Let me show you what's there for sale. Welcome to the marketplace. Now, there are a lot of things here, but I'm not going to be covering all of
Okay, I just had to look
Sure,
at.
there are decorations, like the golden helmet for $500. Not interested. There are also camouflages. You know, $500, $300. Considering the fact that you can get free skins from War Thunder Live, I don't think this is relevant either. What I want to be focusing on is tanks and aircraft. Now, obviously, first things first, right? $2,000 for IS-7. Now, for this kind of money, I'm expecting not just the vehicle, but
I'm expecting to get the fucking tank in real life.
also a remote-controlled toy model of it, and perhaps even some kind of a personal service from a Gaijin employee, if you know what I mean. However, tanks are not my specialty. I cannot tell you anything about them. What I can is tell you about aircraft. And maybe you can make some decisions based off what I say. Not
Okay, at
financial
least
advice,
it's
by the way, just
cheaper, I suppose.
so I'm going to start from the bottom and make my way up. Now, when you shop here, you need to keep two things in mind. First of all, not everything here is going to be a premium. Most prop planes and low-tier vehicles will be. However, when you look at jets and even some higher-tier props,
Yeah.
not all of them are premiums. Some of them are event vehicles, and this is very important. Remember when I said that premiums can
What, like
research
limited
vehicles
time
lower in rank
unlocks?
without any penalties? Well, event vehicles cannot. So do not buy event vehicles if you want to grind a tree. They will not help you with that whatsoever. The second thing worth mentioning, at least in my opinion, is that I think vehicles that are more expensive than $35 are not worth it in any case. The reason being is that when 50% sales roll around, you can buy a very high rank premium in-game for $30 to $35.
Okay.
And that makes most of this expensive stuff obsolete. So with this in mind, let's go over what this marketplace has to offer. Now, finally enough, one of the first vehicles here is actually something I would consider keeping your eye on. This is the Chinese P-51C. Now, if you watched my P-51 video, which you probably should, you would know that this is a very good plane in general. And it's also reasonably cheap right now. So consider this. This is a
Is
very
that
good
because it
plane.
just got
It's
nerfed
a
or something?
premium.
if it's
It's
cheap.
in the Chinese tree, and the Chinese tree has been getting better and better with every update. This plane is still cheap because there is a lot of them on sale. It's fairly recent. In fact, if we want to look at something similar, there is a Swedish variant of this exact
Sweden!
J26 David. Again, if you watched my video, you would know that David is actually a slightly worse P51C because it has bad belts. Now, the David is $32 right now. And our guy is still $6. So this guy is still $6 because it's new. There's still a lot of them on sale, and it's essentially still in its early stages. It has just passed this initial period of uncertainty where the price is high and it fluctuates heavily, and now it's dropping off.
Yeah, I can see the quantities getting higher as well.
It also started with this period of craziness. Yeah, $60 for that, no thanks. And then it dropped off. $6, $7, around that point. And then, of course, the price increased. So if you want to make an investment, I would recommend keeping an eye on this
An
guy.
investment.
The winter sale is right around the corner, and the price is gonna get even cheaper because people will be dumping them to get some money to buy premiums. It's a cheap plane, it's a premium plane, and it's a premium plane in a very good tree. I think this is like probably the only plane really worth buying right now. Now, I'm not going to be covering every single vehicle here. For example, yeah, this bomber, $4, very cheap,
Whoa.
but also not very useful. Yeah, it has this funny rocket, but that's about it.
The plane is a penis,
This
yeah.
Yak 3 here. It's a very good, very competitive plane. It is $14. though,
Competitive?
so unless you're like a yak enjoyer, I would probably not pick it up. So let's scroll up a bit. I guess this plane is also interesting. It's very unique. It's something unusual. It is rank 1. Is a rank 1 plane really worth $17? To you, maybe. I'm not so sure, honestly. Although the
You'll
price
receive
is not
10
as
backup
high
vehicles
as
for
to write
free.
it
What the
off
fuck does that mean?
Now, here we come into questionable territory. $20. I'm not so sure if any of these are worth buying, but it's still in this price range where it's maybe worth it. Like, for example, this B7A2. It's a better version of the in-game plane. It's premium, it's good, it's very easy to get kills in ARB with it. Is it worth 20 bucks? I'm not so sure. As we go up, every
30
time you notice
bucks.
a jet that is on sale for $20, you should probably consider why it's a jet that's worth $20. Not only is it not a premium, it's also not very good. As we move up, we see more funny vehicles. Rank 1, $30. Is it worth it? Probably not. Definitely not. This is where I wish that we just had them in-game, you know? Is there really any reason for this to be a marketplace vehicle priced at $30? Not really.
Well,
Now, as
someone
we go
will
up,
buy it,
there's this Mirage,
so...
and this Mirage is interesting. This is a plane that is essentially a copy of the Mirage that we have in the game. It's at the exact same BR, has the exact same flight model and weapons, it just has less flares than a Tech Tree counterpart. And that makes it actually quite a bit worse. It's interesting because I know that a lot of people are still holding these planes, waiting for them to get more expensive. And to that, I can only say, good luck, my brothers. Now, as we move up, there is F2G. This plane is a great premium. However, now the real ones will remember when this plane was dirt cheap.
Ooh,
let's see,
$5.
For $5, this plane is an absolute steal. And it used to be. It was a legend. But now, at $40, this plane is all but dead. Rest in peace, my bro F2G. As we go by, we see more jets. These are bad. This F100 is an actual flying tragedy. The PFM probably...
Gotta end that preemptively, because that's just like... You know, I didn't expect a video just yapping about actual like money statistics of fucking planes. Can we get one more video? Ooh, what did Smuggle on? What's her name? You know what? I'm going to be a slippery snake. Thank you, Smugglana. Thank you. Actually, if you've looked at my channel, you would notice I have the exact same, well, not the exact same, but I have copied her thumbnails, her titling method, and her SEOs. I am a rat and I know it. Liberal women are insane. Who would have guessed? Not me. Drugs. I was pretty close. Isn't Tylenol a painkiller?
I always feel like we finally hit peak stupidity, but then things happen.
Oh, Sydney. You will never reach peak stupidity. I used to think that as well. Then I realized, think of the dumbest person you know, multiply their stupidity by about 5. That still wouldn't be the dumbest person on the planet.
Once again, I am proved wrong.
Never underestimate how stupid a human can be.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. And today is an especially bumpy Hell Gondola
I
ride.
love that cup. It's chipped, it's annoying, but I like the cup.
Some things happening over with my tea company. If you are new here, I have a little tea business.
Yeah, I always forget that she runs a tea company. It's such a niche thing.
I'm pretty sure that's when I get my newest shipment. So like I said, no pre-sale. They'll just be straight.
Wait, peppermint white chocolate tea. Might have to buy that one actually.
On the website for you to buy.
I'm
Number 2,
oh,
and I think this is much more important. As you guys know, I don't like throwing things away, and I have a bunch of tea that's going to be expiring at the end of November, more or less. Although tea doesn't really expire, and they're all individual.
Yeah, yeah. It's like protein powder. It says it might only last a year. Realistically, it lasts like 3. It's more so just to be safe.
With that, use the discount code We Don't Waste for 50%
I mean,
off.
if you check like even honey, some honeys will have like expiration dates on them. Honey doesn't expire. It's just to be safe.
On the Emerald Green, Earl Grey, and New York breakfast. And if you are somebody who has a church or you have a cafe or somewhere that serves tea drinks, please reach out to me because I have been giving no strings attached tea to people, to churches and to cafes and restaurants and things, just for them to actually be able to sell to their people, because if I don't sell all these boxes, I'm gonna have to throw them away, and I would rather they get use through these other organizations.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's all. Sorry I'm talking so much. I just want to let you guys know we don't waste for 50% off of those 3 flavors.
Go to her website, buy her tea. Not the white chocolate peppermint one though. Leave that one for me.
To talk about today because it's the end of 2025 and nothing has improved. I am sure many of you have already seen the
Sydney, hold on. We still have a good October. Yeah, we still have a good 3 months left in us. Don't worry.
recent announcement by Trump and the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Why is he so red?
RFK Jr. made here at the end of September that the FDA will be updating drug safety guidelines for Tylenol usage for pregnant women. Also known by its other name, acetaminophen, which I won't be saying too much
Because medical names are, or scientific names are a pain in the ass.
the reason for this update is because some studies have associated Tylenol usage during pregnancy with adverse neurological outcomes in children. There is a suggested link to autism as well as other conditions like ADHD. So mothers are taking Tylenol for their headaches and giving their child a permanent one. I am kidding, obviously. We love mums on this channel. We respect mums on this channel. But the jokes, they kind of write themselves. I also know this is a very touchy subject. Tylenol, giving all new meaning to big brain. Okay, I'll stop. Trump and RFK Jr.
I was gonna post about it and like posting other people's like on Twitter. I was just gonna spam Tylenol causes autism. I don't know if it does. It probably doesn't. I haven't looked into it, but I'm just going to assume it doesn't. Or maybe like it does in very rare circumstances. I don't know. I don't really care. I just love rage baiting people. So, you know.
For kids with autism that also have folate deficiencies, which I'm not going to get into, but there you go. Now you know. Now, although I am a doctor, I am not that kind of a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm not going to weigh in here about whether or not all of this is true and fair and accurate. And even the administration, with these new findings, with this new information, has said that because there is conflicting data on the Tylenol subject,
What they can't say for
the
sure.
Department of Health and Human Services is advising doctors to use their best judgment, oh god, and offer women the lowest possible dosage for the shortest amount of time when necessary. Which seems pretty fair and reasonable to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. We don't know the side effects of this drug. So take the drug, but do as little as possible and be on it for as little time as possible. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, pregnant women across the board are told not to eat deli meat because 0.012% of them end up getting listeria, which is a bacterial infection that does some kooky stuff. And yet, despite the fact that incidence of this infection is relatively rare, they are still told unilaterally to stay away from the cured pig meat. So if we can do some broad sweeping stuff over here, why can't we do the same thing when it comes to these kind of drugs? That's the real question that I have. So in response to this news, instead of being normal, sane people...
My guess, because again, I haven't really looked into this, I don't really care. It's literally just a case of Trump said something bad. Trump said don't do something. I go do opposite because I smarter than Trump. I better. Literally that thing. Like the meme Tectone posted of like Trump cures cancer and it's the left saying that like cancer is great and Trump's a scumbag for curing it. That sort of thing.
Women on TikTok have decided to film themselves taking Tylenol while pregnant to, I don't know,
Prove a point.
spite Trump to get the righties. I don't know the motivation behind this. I did tell you this is one hell of a gondola ride today.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm gonna take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. Gonna work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
Okay.
Where are the husbands in all of this? Now a lot of the
At work, I would imagine, or they're single. Probably the second one, not the first one.
don't have audio, but they feature mostly the same sort of caption. I'm pregnant and have a headache and still reaching for Tylenol. Sorry, not sorry. Orange man is not my OB. I love how they do this because they solely want other women to get on the internet and then seal clap for their utter stupidity. But I think the majority of us are over here like,
What are you doing? This is stupid.
do you have a dumb? Here's
Yeah.
me, a pregnant woman taking Tylenol because I believe in science and not someone who has no medical background. I am willing to bet this woman wore a mask in her car and spent 3 years being afraid of air. Oh yes, I believe in science, but only when the people I like are telling me the science. I'm
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most people are like that though.
sorry, but
Not just for science, just for life in general.
stocking up on Tylenol because I know it doesn't cause autism. I am not kidding. I would love to know who is impregnating these women because it's feeling a little irresponsible on the part of the men. I don't know, guys. When I was growing up, I heard that rule a lot passed around men about not putting your man pickle in the crazy sauce. If you
That completely went out the window about 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago.
if you know what I mean. Hello, chickens. Editing Sydney from the future here because I forgot to tell you that there is a kind of sauce that we do like on this channel, although it's not actually
Sponsored?
sauce. It's hot chocolate, and it's a kind of hot chocolate that helps you sleep, which is why today's video is sponsored by Beam. I have officially become a dream merchant because anytime anyone in my life says that they're having trouble sleeping, I immediately suggest why I continue doing it. I have also converted basically everybody in my life.
I'm sorry, Sydney. I just don't care.
/SydneyW, and of
Yep,
course,
go to shopbeam/SydneyW. Get your hot chocolate. Sleep.
I mean,
Med.
at least this woman is obviously pregnant, but I don't think she's actually even taking Tylenol here. This tablet is blue. I don't know. Maybe there are blue tablets, but usually they're white. So this is what, like extra performing? And why does this read like a Tylenol commercial? Why have you positioned the bottles this way?
She's sponsored,
What am
bro.
I watching here? I am reaching for the Tylenol because I work in a pharmacy and know there's zero correlation between Tylenol and autism. That's a bold claim. Zero correlation. Okay.
You work in a pharmacy, so you sell drugs? You can sell something and not know anything about it. Happens all the time. like, usually when someone says it, I work in a pharmacy, it just means that they're at a POS. And like they vaguely know about drugs.
Pharmacy lady. I do think that this last weird TikTok kind of does hit an odd nail on the head, given that there are a lot of people now who are making the claim that there's no relationship between this drug and negative birth outcomes. And yet there has been evidence mounting for years and years that says exactly the opposite, that does show a correlation between these two things. And I'm not saying how good or bad that evidence is, I'm just saying that it exists. A short trip down memory lane gives us an announcement from the FDA in 2015 suggesting a potential issue with Tylenol and pregnancy. This Johns Hopkins 2019 research paper, Taking Tylenol During Pregnancy Associated with Elevated Risks for Autism, ADHD, and this found that in newborns with the highest exposure to the core drug in Tylenol, they were about 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with ADHD or autism spectrum disorder in childhood, which is, that's alarming. In 2016, 2017, and 2021, and honestly, I'm sure that they have covered this previously as well.
I mean, it is CNN, so I would take it with a grain of salt.
CNN ran pieces about the drug's relationship to risks of ADHD in kids and risks to pregnancy. Of course, now they've changed their tune to Big Pharma good, Orange Man bad, because who cares about consistency, am I right? There are, of course, other research papers and other studies and evaluations that have cautioned women against taking Tylenol while pregnant, as it may lead to potentially negative outcomes in babies. People have also dug up Tylenol's previous tweets, where the company seems to admit itself that taking the medication while pregnant is not...
I thought it was proven that these were fake, no? I don't know, I saw someone on Twitter said they were fake. I was like, okay.
Not advised.
As I said, I don't really care, I didn't really look into it.
Although, admittedly, this is contradicted by what is directly written on their website right now, which argues that it has been widely tested and is safe for women in all stages of their life. For some reason as well, this situation has given left-wing outlets this weird haha moment, where they've posted articles saying conservatives are melting down about pregnant women.
Are they? Are they melting down? I haven't seen one.
And taking Tylenol, or the women posting these videos in the first place are in defiance of Trump, but I think that's part...
Why do they say that? As if Trump is like scrolling TikTok every day and sees these women and is like tweaking out.
Insane here. I personally am a big believer in adults making their own choices, but making good and educated choices, informed choices, which is why back when I made my video talking about hormonal birth control, I really hammered on the fact that a lot of us in our teens, when we're prescribed the
Are
pill,
stupid.
don't have what I would consider to be good informed consent. But that's obviously a conversation for another day. But I think hilariously, the informed consent, educated consent thing is what is sort of circling this entire topic. It's not as if Trump and co said, you can never ever take Tylenol ever again.
They said just be wary of it.
And pull it off shelves and do all these things and restrict your access to it. They're saying, when you take this, if you decide to take this, make sure that that's a good and informed decision. The Department of Health and Human Services has more or less said, use caution when taking this drug when you're pregnant and speak to your physician.
Yeah, when you're doing drugs, do it safely.
They didn't even say that it definitively
Shocker.
causes autism. They said it's a factor in a series of factors. So all of these weirdos who are running around the internet ingesting this drug to, I don't know, own Trump, to own the right wing, are genuinely insane. These lunatic weirdos let their hate for Orange Man completely destroy their ability to use rational thought, because Trump and friends are not pulling this information out of their buttholes. It's coming from Harvard, and it's coming from other researchers and doctors. And if there is a potential that this drug causes autism, contributes to autism, whatever, I actually think it's a good thing that women have access to that information so that they can make their own decisions going forward.
It's not necessarily that they care about if Tylenol itself actually causes autism or not. It's just because Trump said it. If Biden said it, I guarantee you they'd all be like, yes, yes, praise be our Lord. Or I guess Harris. Yes, yes, praise be our Lord. You are right. You do no wrong. You are 100%. Yes, you are correct. I do not. I will not look into it. I will not press it. You say it's true. It must be true. You will say it cause autism. It will cause autism. I don't know why I'm speaking like this. They're American white women. They don't speak like that. But you know what I mean? It's not the Tylenol itself, so to speak. It's just that they want to try and this is their way of being revolutionaries, essentially.
And I mean, as a complete aside, I would bet a lot of money that the people currently going bananas over this right now probably, were the trust the science folks during the big sneeze and think that Anthony Fauci is some sort of living god. So, there's that. And I've seen so many
Big
people
sneeze.
share
Fucking
weird
stupid. You
crap
can't use the
saying
word.
autism is some sort of superpower that doesn't need to be fixed.
Number one piece of advice I can give for you: hire the most autistic person you know. I'm talking that motherfucker who goes nonverbal when there's groups bigger than 3. That is where the magic comes. Autism in the trenches, it's alchemy for literal cash. I mean, people don't get this, right? You're scared of the kid who looks like he might, I won't say it on stream, right? But like that kid is a gold mine. Man, the guy that made Call of Duty, you think he can speak and hold a regular conversation? No. People.
The guy who made Call of Duty. Brother, that's a team of people for starters. Because when you say Call of Duty, I know for a fact you mean like Black Ops, not Call of Duty from like fucking once in 2001. Also, like, I mean, I've met some people with minor autism. They can usually interact pretty well. You can kind of train yourself out of that. But I knew someone who was severely autistic. He, really can't do much.
People don't understand that weaponized autism is the key to greatness. I mean, my whole generation, but we all had a couple bad vaccines. It was the motherfuckers who tried to steer away from that instead of just accepting that something is a little off. We had some shit fried, but more importantly, that shit that was fried is the key to living like a beautiful life. Embrace that autism and then weaponize that shit. It's like so beautiful.
And maybe this is a bigger component to this than a lot of us realize, and I honestly don't want to get into it in detail in this video, but maybe part of the problem here is the fact that people have over self-diagnosed with autism.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's a lot of like young women. I mean, men do it too, but let's be honest, women do it more. Where it's like, oh, I have a hyperfixation, so I must have ADHD. Oh, I can't think of something for more than 10 seconds. I must have ADHD. No, you don't have fucking ADHD. You're just a fucking stupid idiot who spends all day on TikTok with your neurons fried. Yeah, no shit, you can't think about something for 10 seconds. You don't have ADHD. You just have a really bad attention span. Yes, I mean, I know you talk about autism here, but ADHD is the one that comes up the most. At least from what I've seen. Yes, there is a correlation between those two things. But just because you have a poor attention span doesn't mean you have ADHD. You fucking idiot. Stop self-diagnosing. It also applies to mental illness. Yeah, they do that a lot as well. Oh, I feel sad dad didn't buy me a pony, so now I have depression. No, you don't. Fucking idiot.
Have made autism this fun little quirky thing that you might have, that it refers to the sort of idiosyncrasies that individual people might have and display, rather than the debilitating neurological condition
That it actually is, yeah.
It is that prohibits certain people from living
Normal lives, yeah.
that requires them to have full-time care, and really is a condition that's not fun at all. And I think something that really gets lost in all of this is that parents, regardless of their political leanings and persuasions, I would imagine if they could, would snap their fingers and rid their children of the profound autism as
Yeah, most of them would. Actual autism is very, very hard to live with. I'm not speaking from personal experience. I know people with it. I myself don't have it, but it's not easy.
RFK Jr. calls it, because they know that this is no life for their little people, and this is no life even for their grown children that they continue to care for. And if they could give that child the opportunity to live a fulfilling, happy, normal life, they would do that. So I find it extremely upsetting and disappointing that this specific issue gets politicized as much as it does, because yeah, people have autism and they have it to varying degrees, but for the people who are profoundly affected by this condition,
It's really hard to like exist.
and idiosyncrasies. It's a debilitating, challenging way to live, not just for the person who has it, but for the people who have to care for that individual and ensure that they do have a quality of life. I really didn't want to get all serious on you guys, but I do actually think this is a very serious topic, and I don't think that it's a political topic. I think that it's a, non-partisan issue, and we should, I think, collectively be more focused on trying to find a way of bringing autism rates down. And so I'm sorry to the liberals who are upset about this, that this information
I will let her finish, wait.
from people that you don't like, but they are committed to finding not a cure necessarily. I don't know if that could exist, but they are committed
From
to
what I know, it
finding
can't
a
really.
way of ameliorating all of this for all of us. That last statement felt very pro-government, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to get at, because I don't have a big brain and I cannot articulate myself today. The last thing I
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, from what I know, you can't really stop it. Like if someone has it, you can't just reverse it. Obviously, yeah, there should be more research into like exactly what causes it, but the problem is there's so many different variables that it would be really, really, really fucking hard to pin down anything like specifically. It is kind of just luck of the draw, so to speak. It's a gotcha system.
really think it matters, and again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, is the fact that a bunch of people are currently worshipping at the altar of Tylenol, and for some weird reason defending Big Pharma, because, okay.
Which is funny because these people, generally speaking, are anti-capitalism. They're anti-capitalism, they're anti-corpo, they're anti-everything, but the second that someone they dislike says, hey, maybe, if you're pregnant, maybe don't just scran a fucking bottle of Tylenol. The second someone they don't like says not to do something, or he's even saying not to do it, just be cautious about it, they're like, fuck it, Big Pharma's good now. Because if I agree with Big Pharma, that means I disagree with him, and I don't like him.
But what's not getting mentioned here is the fact that Tylenol as a brand has been at the heart of a bunch of not great lawsuits. It does cause negative effects on the body, and people routinely take too much of it, causing liver failure, kidney failure, high blood pressure. There's all sorts of issues that are not associated with pregnancy. Now, ignoring all of this, including the new pregnancy information, because you don't like who is delivering it, because you don't like who is telling you the news.
Yeah, you're willing to potentially overdose just because you think it will spice a man who doesn't even know you exist.
Because
yeah.
Like I said, this is not a political issue. This is a
fuck it, why not?
issue. This is an issue surrounding us failing the next generation of little people who are being brought into the world.
I love how she keeps calling kids little people.
Could avoid had we just listened a little bit better to the news and the information that was around us. Researchers have continually been waving the red flag when it comes to this issue, and it keeps getting swept under the rug. I have said this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. Drug companies do not care about you. They just don't.
Well, no, hold on. They do care about you, because if you're dead, you can't give them money. So they do care about you. They care about you enough to make you live.
A bunch of women currently
After that, it doesn't really matter.
harming their pregnancies. They don't care about any of that. They don't think that you're some savior for their drug. All they care about is getting their drugs to market, and whatever ways, whatever things they need to do to make that happen. That is what they care about. And I think to demonstrate that,
You know what marketing companies should do now? They should just like DM Trump and be like, hey, can you tell people like not to eat our product or use our product or whatever? Can you tell people not to do it, so all the stupid mainly liberal women, but liberal people who hate you will do it anyway? Like, there's no better advertising campaign than that.
look at thalidomide, which was the drug that was prescribed to 50s and early 60s. It was a drug that was given to women for morning sickness, and yet it caused catastrophic birth defects.
Oh, hell yeah.
The manufacturer of this drug, fun fact, knew about some of the drug's ill effects and chose not to publicize them, and this was a whole thing. Weirdly, this is one of the only things that
Why would they publicize them? If they publicize them, it makes the product look worse.
did this like whole unit on something related to this. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I learned a ton about thalidomide. Don't ask me why this is the one thing I remember, but it is. So yeah, thalidomide was eventually, after all these babies were deformed and all these mothers and fathers and lives were traumatized and broken and destroyed, they finally pulled the drug off shelves and kind of were like, well, whoopsie, look, we kind of messed up. This video is
Oopsie boopsie.
I wasn't intending for
Just
it.
have another kid.
I guess I care about this a lot, and I want to make the point that I think history tells us a lot about how drug companies are going to behave, because it's not as if they've changed since the days of thalidomide. They've just gotten much better.
Smarter, yeah.
Ultimately, I hate the fact that a bunch of mums are going to be looking at their autistic children and thinking, did I do something wrong? That makes me sad for them, it really does. But I am glad that there might potentially be some sort of answer to that question. Because even if it makes you feel bad, maybe it's good to know what happened and what transpired.
To potentially not have it happen in the future.
So on that front, although it's sad, maybe it's a good thing. And all these people who are running around taking these drugs as a form of protest are really just useless.
It's so fucking
In the
stupid.
end, I do believe that knowledge is power, and I think that the more that we learn about specific conditions and the many, many contributing factors that lead to them, the better off we will be as a society. But for right now, I do wish that the people on TikTok would just
Get off of TikTok.
Now, on that very happy and pleasant note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just Aramina. Check out Dream/Beam. Using the link in the description, I cannot sing the praises of this hot chocolate enough. I love this stuff. It's just
Trump could say battery ass is bad for you and keep you on TikTok would be cracking open double A's. I love how I didn't. I read the comment. I read about half of it out loud, and then my brain just filled in the blank.
Now, I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Are you on my side of this issue where you're looking at this all unfold and just thinking,
You're a fucking idiot.
why would you do this? Why would you?
Yeah. Yeah. Looking at them. And just like, you're risking overdosing on Tylenol to spite someone. Like, are you actually that sad of a human? Like, come on. Get a life, man. Okay, I have a half hour-ish. I mean, technically I have an hour, but I would prefer a half hour. Okay, I saw us play this slop. It stole my mouse. Where did my cursor go? 300 FPS. Ooh, baby. You want to access? Why would you need to access my private network? No. Audio output. What are you called? Cool. What the fuck is that resolution? These settings are scaring me. Very height. Height. Medium. Turn, you can't even... Oh, God. Alright. The night gym. Let's see. I arrive at the gym late at night. Seemed like the perfect spot to train without anyone watching. Jesus Christ, it's so slow. The building looked new. Everything inside still working. Back then, I had no idea this place would change me forever. Is it supposed to be black? Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. I'm in control. Damn. It's just Jim. I don't like this head bobbing. Hold on, let me stop. Let me get in my gamer stance. Okay. Let's go to Jim. Whoa. Wow. Don't even need to scan in. Monitor is even turned on. What? Is this normal? For gyms to have like an office? I don't know if it... Oh, okay. Why is this desk two different colors? Okay. What's in here? Whoa. Okay. I'm stuck. Security cabin. Not even security room. Keys that I can't interact with. The roof. And the security cabin is locked. Alright, let's go into the gym. Yellow. Me need changing into appropriate retire and storing personal items in locker is required. Okay. Holy. Why do we have Five Nights at Freddy lights? Okay. Me change. Wow. Okay, me is changed. Oh, I'm a ghost. Or a vampire even. Those are some weird looking... Wait, you're telling me that there's no, like, partition? It's just glass so anyone could look at me cleaning my cheeks? I is ready to gym. Let us yellow. Ooh. I'll start off easy with treadmill. Oh, are you a cardio bunny? Okay. I'm treadmilling. Oh, I actually have to run. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I'm assuming if it's a yellow, I use it. Pull myself up on the horizontal bar next to the punching bag. What? Why are you speaking in riddles? This? We're gonna do pull-ups? I have no hands. Amazing. Need to try again. Ooh. Alright. We do pull up again. Second set. 1, 2, 3. F. What? Why did you change keys? Need to try again. Alright, third set. Oh, I see. They're making sure I don't spam E. Then more interactive with it. He just has no comment. I'll do it now. I'll do the bench press exercises, the ones next to the metal box. Alright, no spotter. This would be a great way to kill me. If I fail the bench press, do I just die? The light! It flickers! I was bench pressing one side, light flicker in front of me nearly sent me straight to fucking Valhalla because I got flashbanged. Need to take a little break. Alright. Apparently I drank the whole fucking bottle. Let's see what's going on outside. Oh yeah. That is the loudest fucking aircon I've heard in my life. Bro, why did you drink so much water? If you had a Monster Energy, this wouldn't have happened. I'm sorry, what? I was drinking. I need to continue training. I'll do some barbell curls where the light is blinking. Was I supposed to be scared? These aren't barbell curls. Alright, double curls it is. Alright, you got a pump. Someone's behind me. No. Now you need to do incline barbell chest raise. Brother, what? You mean shoulder press? Or in... What the fuck? This is the only incline machine I've seen in here, so... Pull-ups. It was L. Whoa, I'm just reading. What the fuck? EFL. You have weird keybind selection, bro. Pressing E was just not... E. Fuck. I'm getting caught off guard with the random fucking switches. Yeah, I know, brother. Just weird you're having me hitting L as well. Okay, I'm looking for that F. E. E. Huge. We racked the rate. We're so back. Oh no! Are you overdosing or is the lights... The lights are on. You've just gone fucking blind, I guess. Is that the Gaines ghost? I need to go in the swimming pool. Why? It's the ghost of Gaines. He's here to kill me. Oh no. He drowned himself. His abs weren't, fuck, I almost said his abs weren't big enough. I mean, I suppose technically, yeah. Am I still, I'm just getting in. We saw a demon, but fuck it, we ball. Wow. This is great. When do I shit myself? That's all for today. It's time to leave. I need to take a shower. Is he going to touch my penis while I shower? That would be very uncool of him. That would be uncouth. Unless he's taking a shower. Oh. Okay. Wow. I have become one with the shower, I guess. I've just fucking locked in. I'm simultaneous. He left. Wait, you have the door open. Oh no! He's staring at my penis! Oh my god. He's a perfect size 8. Okay, that's fucking cringe. I actually just can't see now. Why do you have a flashlight? Yeah, it would be very scary if I could actually see. Oh dear! Am I dead? What the fuck? Oh no, I'm alive. I think. Five Nights at Freddy's! Just pick up your things. Aw. Ooh. Is he? Oh, he's taken my gear! The piece of shit! You never know, he might have ran back into the shower with him. No, he's going to find my steroids. We can't have him be taking my tren. I paid for that. Man, I actually can't fucking see anything. I pick up. Oh. Now need to get out of here. Oh, he's not behind me. Oh. Look at him. He's getting those gains. Bro, let me see your biceps. Okay, that was rude. I just want to feel your arms, bro. Let me get a squeeze those pectoral muscles, you know what I'm saying? Let me grope you a bit. Nothing weird about that. Door is closed, need to open it, or maybe a guard security room. Why is that your first thought? Door is locked, need to find the key. The key's upstairs, we found it earlier. We're doing a bit of sleuthing. Why is there a bed in here? Ah, yes, I fucking know the password, I suppose. And he has a shitter? Bro, this security guard is... He snaps my neck. Wow. Loading. Where? He died via dumbbell. Wow. Oh no! Oh no! Did he shit on the floor as well? What is happening? I apparently am stuck from a lamp. Okay. You're making a lot of noise for someone who's dead. Huh? Oh no. Clean bathroom. Second floor. Okay, buddy, don't worry. I will go to the second floor. Hey, yo, buddy, you watching some Mr. Olympia up here? What's happening? He stole the TV, that son of a bitch. I apparently died via concussion. Oh, is it? Do you mind? Hey, yo, this gym's kind of a vibe, though. I mean, like, dead people aside. Oh, this isn't the gym, that's why. It's a waste of a cutscene. Damn, bro. What do you mean game saved? What do you mean by that? Joke's on you, I train legs, buddy. These quads, they're taking me places. Places your legs are. You're really loud though, holy shit. It's the light! No! Loading. Oh, I'm back in the Fent gym. Oh, Terrence. Fuck this, I'm going home. Fuck that shit, I don't give a fuck. God damn it, he locked the gate. Where do you want me to go? Terrence, the plates have seemed to started to float. I think that reduces gains, but I'm not sure. I'm like 99% sure that's suboptimal. If you've ever used one of these benches, by the way, they're actually the biggest pieces of shit ever. They're so wank. Anyway. Terrence, my boy. You selling steroids in the bathroom again? Nuh-uh. See in here, maybe? Security room? Is he pulling Five Nights at Freddy's? Is that the game they just forgot to give me, like, my good job? Huh. They forgot to give me my good job gamer prize. Oh well. That was interesting. Fucking waste of time. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Am I live tomorrow? Yes, I'm live tomorrow, I think.